what's it called? Like a game show where they're like,
Great
contestant
Malenko?
number one, tell me more about yourself.
Is that the
I'm gonna
Great
come
Malenko?
over to your
I think
house
that's
and I'm
the
gonna
Great
kill your
Malenko.
mom and fuck your little brother. Like shit like that. Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. Hey, everybody.
Sick. Everybody listen to ICP.
Shout out to ICP. We try to platform small independent artists here on our channel. If you haven't heard of the Insane Clown Posse, go check them out. They're gonna blow up soon. Would
Don't worry.
recommend.
Jesus.
I'll send
Yeah.
out my playlist later on. Just you guys have to stay till the end of the show.
Put it in
Down
the
with the clown.
put it in the Discord
Down.
discussion tag.
It's true. Hello, this is our Juggalo TTRPG. That exists. I was gonna run it at some point. I may run it at one point. It's really bad though. Like I don't know that I would enjoy running it. I don't know that anyone would enjoy playing it. I'm sure it would be fun to watch.
I think you found your guy.
Entertaining.
Yeah, that's true. It'll just be me and Corey, and I'll run it, and Corey will play 4 characters.
And we'll correct you
That
with all the
is
ICP
true.
lore.
This is class reunion. Hello, everybody. Well, first of all, we're live from the apocalypse. We play tabletop games for charity. We stream for charity, but usually it's tabletop games. And all of the money that we make off of these streams, whether it be from your generous donations or subscribing through Twitch or cheering or anything like that, all goes to the organizations that we are platforming for in that stream. So this stream, Class Reunion, like so many of ours, benefits Planned Parenthood. Planned Parenthood is a super important organization, really doesn't need an introduction. The work that they do with reproductive education, access to abortions, and healthcare for all people is super, super important, and especially now more than ever. So if you like what you see here as we're playing this game, you can hit that command, !PP donate, and the bot will post the donate link. If you donate, we'll put an advantage in the pool. There are currently 3. Hopefully that'll be enough that any of the players can pull from at any point during the adventure. And also, the McElroy brothers will yell at us. And they'll tell us to grip it and or rip it. If you subscribe, Brendan Lee Mulligan kills a dog, so choose wisely. That is, I think, everything. We're raising money for Planned Parenthood. This is Class Reunion. Class Reunion is Brennan is a monster, and we would love to stop him, but we can't as long as people keep subscribing. So do your part. Donate instead. Because Planned Parenthood is just better than us at all levels, honestly. And they'll do better stuff with their money than we will.
You are a sick son of a
See?
Kill that dog.
Curses.
You did this.
He's the bad guy. You
I'm all the bad guys.
You did this. They are certainly better at planning parenthood. They're probably better at planning a
And
lot
stopping
of things.
parenthood.
Yeah, which, we could use some more of these days. What was I saying? Class reunion. Did I tell you that I came up? I've been referring to you all by a moniker on the Twitters.
Oh.
I've been calling you the O Heroes because you're from Ohio.
Nice.
Whoa.
So
We love
well,
it.
it's on the internet, so I can't take it back now.
You
And
are a
yeah,
sick
so
son of a
Gonna kill that dog.
there it is. Thank you so much.
Oh, man,
thank you so
oh,
much
man.
you.
Thank
Bad
you
guys.
so much for subscribing.
Thanks, Burgess.
Despite the heavy cost. Is this Corey Gang representation?
Yeah, in a way, you could say.
Fair enough. I do say. Anyway, yeah, these 4 O Heroes are originally from Ohio, and they have been trapped in a fantasy world for about 10 years. They've been separated from one another, and fairly recently, they were brought back together by the inevitable pull of the strings of fate itself. Now they're on a quest to figure out why this has happened to them and what brought them back together. The only real clue they have to go off of is their dead role model, best friend, and all around idols journal. Kind of hard to make sense of from time to time. But that has brought you to the necropolis of Barrow, a city of the undead, mass-producing magic items and exporting them into the kingdom of Aloran. You have reason to believe Ryan Beckinsale's remains may have ended up here. And that's what you're here to find out. You have you've journeyed across the bottom layer of the necropolis and arrived in the populous, if not thriving, community of Central Slum. Along with your guide, Eddie Monahan, you took a little time to yourselves. You enjoyed a few bowls of salt broth.
Mm,
Thank you, Clemp.
From
wherever you are.
your best friend Klemp. He's like, bro, I'm right over here. He waves at you from his stall.
Wherever you are. Clamp.
As you were enjoying your delicious salt broth, though, unfortunately, Max started to not feel so good. You investigated and you discovered black markings along his skin that were moving. And as they moved, they started to resolve themselves into recognizable shapes, bird-like shapes. And at that point, Max's skin started to bulge and expand outwards as these birds started to force their way out from inside of him. And it was at that exact moment that your guide, Eddie Monahan, told you that you had to be cool because the hanged men were coming over. And that's where we left off. So, to set the scene, Max, you were on the ground with your three companions gathered around you, being very concerned and doing their best to figure out what's going on with you. Eddie is kind of standing above you, almost like trying to block you from these three gentlemen that are coming over. I will describe them once again. The one in the center is a tall man, very thin, but he wears like a red long coat, sort of the color of like red wine. He has a very large scar bisecting his face. There is another man who is very large and very strong looking, who is only wearing like a pair of dirty breeches, but he is extremely hairy, except for a ring around his neck that has been shaved down to the skin to better show off this noose tattoo. The tall man also has the noose tattoo, the man in the coat. And then there is a smaller form alongside who has wearing like a gray, sort of a grayish tunic with like a hood that's pulled up. You can't really get a good glimpse of features or anything like that. But the skin of their arms that you can see poking out from under these sort of large sleeves of the tunic are very pale, and the only real way you can think to describe this individual's movements is jerky, almost like they're vibrating in place.
Weird.
No.
It is weird. But they're coming on over to you. Would you like to do something before they get to you?
So
I
I think
am in a
Hunter,
rage, by the way. I did say I was in a rage. Claws out. Just absolutely just
Okay.
ripping
Yeah.
myself apart.
And so I think seeing Max do that, Hunter's just going to kind of look at Kelly and Wayne and be like, I'm going to try to calm him down, keep them distracted.
Yeah, if that I
Can do.
will go join Eddie in the whole blocking facing these because like my only thought to help would be to like try to put Max under, but that's not really gonna help us.
I mean, I'm almost there.
Put 'em
That's
down.
true. I wouldn't have to hit you very hard. But no, I will trust Hunter and leave it to them and
For sure.
go kind of like join Eddie, try to be casual about it.
Yeah, I'll do the same. Post
Okay.
up.
Trust the process.
I'm trying to explain.
You're
You
so
trying to do it?
blurry.
I don't
Yeah,
know
you're
why
very
I'm doing
blurry.
this right now. Because I'm fading in and out of
okay.
existence as Max. Honestly.
Yeah, that's
fine.
what's
Ignore me.
happening.
It's relevant.
That's
It's
fine.
relevant to your whole like, am I man or am I?
That's such a tight focus. Jeez.
I know. I don't know why.
That's
it
fine.
refuses to now.
Let's just all get up real close.
No.
Yeah,
no,
maybe
thank you.
that'll
Just
help.
be the normal.
Maybe that'll help Raph focus.
You can keep going.
It's
I'm
like
sorry,
when
it's
you're-
fascinating. I should keep talking.
Like when your friend poops their pants, so everybody poops their pants, so they're not embarrassed.
It is like that.
A lot like that.
We've all been there.
It is that.
It's that.
It is exactly that.
Mhm.
So the men, the three men, step up, walk across the square towards you, and because there's some potential here for things to escalate, I think it's only fair that we go to the map.
Off the map.
Oh boy.
Go to the map, shall we?
Wait.
I do need you to
So
have a grid, though. Yeah.
Red.
A grid, just in case. Who knows? Who knows what could happen? All right, here we go. The map. You should be able to see it. I can see it.
I can see it.
Cool. So yeah, this is the map as we established. So these are all sort of the stalls along the outside here, and all the vendor stalls. There are all these tables and chairs and benches and things mixed in here. These strings that you can sort of see across the top here. As we mentioned, really the only light source that's very visible here in Central Slum comes from these orbs that hang from strings that are crisscrossed above the marketplace and emit like green and blue lights, very clearly magically. So that's what that all is. It would be kind of pretty if it wasn't like alarming and concerning.
Mhm.
If it wasn't everything else.
Yeah.
If it wasn't everything else, if you weren't for all intents and purposes underground. Raph, I cannot hear you. I can see your captions are doing things. Can you guys?
Nope, can't see them.
Can't hear them.
I can't see
It looks
them.
like you. It looks like you turned your camera off,
Could be troubleshooting.
or maybe it just disconnected.
Cameras
It's not
on.
I promise you.
No.
It
Okay,
is.
well-
Quit freaking lying.
Yeah. What if you just refresh? What if you just did that? You just refreshed? What about this?
What about this? Well, I guess we'll find out.
Just as threatening aura,
What is
considering that they
Yeah,
just.
right.
Hey!
There it is.
There I actually refreshed, not
There you
fake
go.
refreshed.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, there you go.
Alright.
All right, cool. So here you are in the marketplace of Central Slum. You got you got Eddie on one side of you, and these three lads are walking up to him. Kelly and Wayne, you are flanking Eddie, and they kind of get up real close. The man in the red coat stops, kind of right up in Eddie's face. And he is a little bit taller than Eddie. He sort of tries to lord that over him, tries to make himself look bigger than he actually is. Kind of like steps up close, so he's sort of looking down at Eddie, and Eddie just sort of stands there very passively, very neutral expression, a arm very loose at his side. A few tense seconds go by before the man in the red coat says, Monahan. And Eddie sort of raises an eyebrow and says, we met. The man in the red coat says, your reputation precedes you. Kind of nods past Eddie. What's wrong with your friend? Eddie's gonna look at Kelly, I think.
Okay. To which Kelly will just kind of shrug and say, bad mushrooms. Awful kind. Horrible.
All right. He, I think, is gonna make a perception check to try to see.
Are there still
To see
birds
for
coming out
himself.
of me, DM?
Yeah, I mean there are. That's what I'm saying. So I'm gonna like that. You
Is
have
it like-
you have your friends trying to block you.
Okay, is it like one bird just like "Rah!" coming out at a time,
No.
or is it like a cloud of birds?
Well, they're all kind of moving. They're all kind of exiting your body at a equal pace, but none of them have like left it yet. None of them have like fully managed to wriggle their way out.
Oh, so they're
There's-
just like literally pushing out.
Yeah,
It's even worse. Wow. Okay, cool. Go, go,
yeah,
go,
it's
go,
pretty
go.
bad. It's pretty awful.
It's pretty unpleasant.
It is. So this man is gonna make a check to see if he can figure out exactly what is going on here. He does not roll very well though. So
Idiot.
idiot.
Yeah, Kelly's just
Stupid.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Kelly will just like continue to stand there and just like her face is nowhere near as passive as Eddie's is.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, he doesn't notice what's actually happening with Max because your expression seems to draw his attention, for better or worse. And he kind of shifts his body slightly so that he's more facing you, Kelly. And he's going to kind of do the same thing where he steps up close to you and he's like looking down at you. And he's significantly taller than you, so this is possible. But he says, I don't believe I've seen you around these parts before.
Don't imagine you have. It's a big city.
Not that big.
Big enough. Haven't seen you here either.
That wouldn't be because you haven't been here before. You're not. He looks around sort of pointedly at Wayne's strange garments and then but at you, Kelly, who also you're like for everything you've been through, you're still remarkably cleaner than pretty much everybody else you've seen.
Yes, that's true.
Especially Wayne. I imagine Wayne is almost like supernaturally clean at all times.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it's a
I-
mithril jersey, so the jersey doesn't really collect dirt.
I am
Kinda just slides
highwayman
off.
road rough and tumble compared to like everyone down here living in the cave. So like I am like
Yeah.
even like by like outside standards, I would be a little bit like unclean, but that's still significantly cleaner than what's going on down here.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely, yeah. He will. He like raises when he says this, when he sort of like takes note of you and Wayne, he kind of brings a hand up and like goes to touch your hair, Kelly,
Oh no,
almost to
sir.
like illustrate his point. Before he does so, Eddie's good, his arm like shoots out and he grabs the guy by the wrist, and the scarred man sort of tilts his head, looks at Ellie and at Eddie and says, "Do we have a problem?" Eddie doesn't say anything. He releases the man's arm. He doesn't say anything. He just kind of returns this stare down, which kind of continues. Max, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Okay. Once again, I forgot to bring up Roll20. Okay. What is my Constitution?
I don't know. What is it?
Constitution save?
Yeah.
Easy.
Easy.
Easy, DM. Ask for something harder. Don't, please.
Don't tempt him.
Roll me an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
19.
Yeah, that was almost the one. But
Just
not
But
quite.
it
slowly
wasn't.
It wasn't. You're correct. 19 on the die. You are going to make it. You are going to be able to stop yourself from screaming. This does hurt a lot, though.
Yeah, can I say I grabbed like my belt or something and like just like I'm literally biting on it as I'm taking my raged claws and trying to like shove the birds back inside of
Oh,
me.
back inside. Okay.
Yeah. Because they're like I thought they were
Okay.
like escaping. If there's just like a lump of bird, put
Okay.
them down. Put them
Okay.
down.
Throw up, and you just wanna. You don't want
Yeah.
anybody to know you threw up.
Yeah. I'm just like
Okay. Yeah, you can
Oh,
you can
boy.
try to push them. I mean, it doesn't like it goes about as well as you would imagine trying to push a bird back inside of you would go. Like it's weird because like you don't know where they're coming from, but it also seems like there's nowhere for them to go. Like you're not hollow inside.
it's like when two magnets are like on the wrong side and they're just like and you feel that
Magnets.
attention.
well, Kinda, yeah. I mean, it's more like it's more like how it would feel if you were to actually try to push a bird inside of you. Like it doesn't work. There's stuff in there.
I think he would whisper to Hunter, I'm too full. Oh!
I think you just need to let them out, Max. I think you just
Got
need to
too
let
much
them
blood.
out. I mean, I know you had a lot of soup, but I think you just need to let them out.
You did have a lot of soup though.
I did have a lot of soup. I trust you. And then I think, can I like claw at like the, I want to rip.
Yeah,
myself
yeah.
open.
You can start doing that. I mean,
Yeah,
it
I
hurts
just
a
wanna,
lot.
like-
Yeah. It hurts a lot, but it does seem to help the birds get out of you faster. So if that is if that is your goal, you can accomplish it. I am gonna say though that you are gonna deal yourself some damage.
That's fine. If I pass out,
You are
it's probably-
raging,
I am
so
raging.
you can have it, I guess. I also rolled a 1, so you're gonna take 1 point of slashing damage from yourself. So
One
there you
point
go.
of slashing. Okay.
1 point of slashing damage. Okay, cool. The confrontation sort of continues to escalate. They have not noticed you specifically what is going on with you. However, they're sort of clearly trying to pick a fight. That becomes very sort of clear to you. I'm gonna say Wayne, the big hairy fellow, in particular, is kind of like standing directly across from you, trying to like stare you down. You can't really see his eyes because there's just like a lot of like very shaggy hair hanging over it, but he does sort of like grit his teeth at you, maybe in a threatening way. And you can see they're a little tusky.
Then didn't.
Oh no.
R.I.P.
Wayne's used to stare downs. People want to stare down with you unless he's throwing his gloves on the ground. I got no point in getting loud about
He's
it.
not even wearing gloves, so he couldn't possibly start a fight.
Couldn't even start a fight. How's he gonna do it?
He's gonna have to take his pants off. That's all he's got.
Gonna try.
That's not how Gritsky works, or maybe it is. Who knows?
Fantasy game.
Yeah, it's true. It's a fantasy game.
You could you could start a fight with somebody else's team by sneaking up behind him and pantsing him.
I'm pretty sure that's true in regular hockey. I think that's what would happen if you did that.
Yeah, Wayne tries to
so-
snarl, but it's just like a nice smile.
Yeah.
Just the shiny teeth.
Yeah. All right. You're not really giving them anything to go off of here, so it's kind of a weird standoff situation. Thank you, Pookies. We were all thinking it. Yeah. It's kind of a weird like standoff situation. What would you like to do?
So I want to use it on the center hangman, the red one.
Yeah.
I've never used it, and it's just the unsettling presence, which is just an action. I just want to, just not say anything, just give him a look
Creep him out
and
a
scare
little?
him a little bit. Just see if that
Okay.
helps with the whole like it's not worth it
Mhm.
type of energy.
Yeah, go for it. Go ahead and roll it.
I don't think I do. It's not very
Oh, interesting.
clear.
Okay.
The entire description is, as an action, you can unsettle a creature you see within 15 feet of you. It doesn't say what to roll. It doesn't say what to do.
Oh, that's probably a condition. That would make sense.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Okay.
I'm not entirely sure how I make it work, but I would like to use it.
Yeah. No, I think that's fine.
I don't know if it takes like any actions, DM, to like, I don't know if I have to do any like somatic or like whatever gestures to do like a channel divinity. Can I bolster this with my channel divinity to force them to make a wisdom saving throw or else be feared? Because I don't want to do it from like casting a spell, but if it's just like a presence or like a force of will, I would do that as well.
Sure. I
glint
think
of
that's
tooth?
Just you
Fair.
smile, and as it gleams off your tooth, you just
This guy smiles
Channel divinity.
terrifying. You gotta get away from here.
So the way Unsettling Presence works is, as an action, you can force a creature to have disadvantage on saving throws for a minute. It's a frighten effect, so it only works on living creatures.
Get scared,
Ah,
bitch.
So yeah. So you can do that. What's going to happen is you're going to give him so he'll be unsettled, lowercase u. But he will be so unsettled that he will have disadvantage on any saving throws he has to make
yeah. And that's
within the next minute.
yeah. So that's basically like what she does. Is she just kind of like crosses her arms and like gives a little shift and just like stares this man down.
Okay. Yeah.
So then I
You
force
can-
him to make a wisdom saving throw?
nice.
Right.
Else be
yes.
scared of me?
Oh,
And he will take disadvantage.
Wayne just crosses his arms over his chest.
Nice.
just
Now, is
Kelly
this
does one
the-
of these, and then Wayne just
Pushes
does
his
one
biceps up a little bit. They're already humongous. They're already ginormous.
They're so
But
big.
he pushes them up a
Uh,
little bit more so they look like almost as big as Max's.
But not
Never.
quite. 'Cause
Not
never-
Not
quite.
quite.
No
Not
way.
quite.
You respect him too much to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'll make a wisdom saving throw, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Sick.
Is this the guy in the red coat or the hairy guy?
Whoever
Okay.
Kelly pushed on.
The red coat guy.
Well, actually,
Alright,
it's
well,
everybody. Everybody has to make a saving throw,
But only
Oh.
he has disadvantage.
but only he has disadvantage.
Right. Okay. Well, he failed, which is really the only thing that matters, because he's gonna like look around. His eyes are kind of gonna fall on you, Wayne. Is there a visible effect on this, or are we just saying you get
I don't know.
more?
Use your channel
more
divinity
intimidated?
to exude a terrifying presence.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I think Wayne's
Um,
smile just finally drops, and it's kind of like,
Yeah.
silently saying, what the fuck are you doing here?
Loses
You
the
wanna
smile,
start something
crosses
or
his
not?
arms.
Throw
Yeah.
your gloves down or not?
You got the crazy eyes. And he's gonna like meet your gaze for a second, and your gaze is so intense that he's gonna take a step back and another step, and he's gonna kind of keep walking backwards. The other two are going to sort of follow. The smaller of the two figures that were flanking him, the one that was sort of like had the hood up and was sort of
Mhm.
vibrating a little bit, for lack of a better term. You can kind of see like a thin trail of like blue smoke coming out from under the hood, with accompanied by a couple of rattling breaths. But it also retreats along with the large hairy man. And as they do so, the red coated man who is clearly sort of in charge of them, as he continues to take a step back across the marketplace, he will call out, not being able to resist a parting shot, and say, "Wouldn't recommend sleeping as long as you're here. Now that you've gotten the attention of the hanged men." He will turn and walk away, maybe a little bit faster than he meant to. The other two kind of like also shoot back threatening expressions, but follow him.
And then immediately,
Max, you gotta get your
Yeah.
immediately whips around. Max, you need to get your shit under control there, bud.
I'm trying.
Kelly will
It's like-
turn to Eddie and be like, "Do you have anywhere that we might be able to deal with this problem in anything
Yeah,
semblance
no.
to private?"
Yeah, I know a place. I know a place. Can you bring him? I mean, put something over him, probably.
We're gonna put the belt back in his mouth and just be like, "Shush."
Man's got birds coming out of him. Give him a coat or something at least. Jesus.
He's got the cloak. We'll put the cloak on him and
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wrap
Eddie
him
will
up.
start walking, maybe a little bit faster than he meant to. Also, he's trying very hard to not draw attention or look conspicuous, but that's easier said than done. Things definitely sort of feel like they're on a time frame now. So he starts leading you through the back ways of Central Slum. You turn a couple corners. You go down a couple side streets. The slum is very much constructed by people who are not experts. It's also maybe not built to be terribly permanent. There's a lot of sort of shacks, a lot of like lean-tos and things like that compose the bulk of it. But as you turn one corner, the last corner, you kind of find yourselves on a street, for lack of a better term. It resembles a street. in the way that you're used to seeing from the outside world. There are more shacks and buildings and lean-tos lining each side. But at the end of it, there is a building. It's one of the only there are some structures in Central Slum. It's one of the only ones you've seen, though. It's got 2 floors, and it is made out of wood, which is kind of unusual. You've seen lots of things that are made out of metal. You've seen lots of things that are made out of stone. You've seen a lot less wood around. And right above the door, the double doors of that building, is a sign, and on that sign there is a name written. It says Madame Siduri's.
Madame.
Madame Siduri's. Siduri.
Killed it.
I didn't.
Nope.
And yeah, Eddie is gonna start making his way over there, and he's gonna, as he does so, he's kind of gonna talk to you all, and he's gonna say, "All right, look, I wasn't really planning to bring you all. Wasn't really planning to show you this part of the slum, if I'm being honest. So I'm gonna need you to keep an open mind. Don't have a lot of options at the moment."
We are not in a position to judge right now.
Right. All right. Yeah, he
Just
steps
sweating.
yeah. He you step into the you step into the door. He holds the door open, and you hustle Max inside, covered in the cloak. Inside, you find yourselves in a parlor, which is a little bit fancy. There's like
Ooh.
some furniture here that does not match, but it's like covered in cloth. There's some red cloth, there's some blue cloth, there are some curtains like sort of draped all around the walls. And sort of standing right on the inside is a woman with a very pretty woman with red hair, who is not wearing an abundance of clothing.
Sick.
Nice.
And Eddie, like, she stands up, sort of a bored expression on her face as you start to enter, and she sees Eddie, and her expression changes a little bit. You see recognition on her face, and she says, brought a lot of friends. He says, "Yeah, Mira, this is a little bit of an emergency. We will need a room." And she like takes it all in for a second. She looks at Max, who, is not screaming, but is kind of shaking a little bit, and raises an eyebrow, and she says, "I don't suppose you're gonna want company?" And he says, "No." And she says, "Well, you don't get a discount." He says, "That's fair. That's fine. I understand."
Just
That
give us
room,
the room.
yeah. And she nods, and she like takes down a key from the wall, leads you up the wooden staircase to the second floor, and unlocks basically the closest door to the staircase. Lets you in. There's not much in here except for like a bed and like a basin for washing. But yeah, she will let you in and look at Eddie, and she will say, "You're not gonna this isn't gonna be any trouble, is it? I don't want to get in trouble for helping you. And Eddie says, no, it should be fine. We just need a minute. Promise this won't come back on you, right? And he looks around at you three meaningfully.
We do not
Amira
plan
nods.
to. Yeah. We do not
Yeah.
plan to be in your way for any
That's
longer than we have
mushrooms.
to.
All right.
Horrible
Alright.
mushrooms.
Beautiful establishment you have here. Thank you for having us.
Just gonna like
She shakes her, yeah. She shakes her head and shuts the door.
Immediately
think-
just like
That went well.
just flop Max onto the bed
Yeah.
and be like, ugh.
Mm-hmm.
He caught me. I feel like Max just reaches over to the closest person and just grabs him and just says, "Cut me now."
I'm imagining that might be Hunter, who just looks horrified by that and is like, I
Yeah.
don't know if that's necessary. I mean,
When-
they're coming out, aren't they?
Wayne just goes, and like icy breath starts to like freeze his hands, and he's like, "I'm ready there, bud. These hands will catch you. Don't worry."
Oh god.
Um,
Kelly will
As
pull
you
out
are-
her butterfly knife and just get ready to start doing this.
yeah, as you go to do that, as you're sort of standing over Max with your butterfly knife out,
I'm still
The-
gripping onto Hunter's arm and just like staring
Yeah.
at Kelly now.
you are getting ready, Kelly, to bring the knife down to cut, and suddenly there's a like swirl of black feathers in front of your face as one of the birds kind of just flies directly into your face as you're standing there, and then like more of them start to take wing and circle the room, and in a few in like 30 seconds of you standing there trying to figure out what to do, the whole top of the room ceiling is just full of these birds circling.
Kelly will just like put the knife back in underneath the bracer and she'll look over at Eddie and she'll be like, well, now you've seen lots of birds.
Yeah, I mean that. Thank you. No, I don't. I would have been fine not seeing birds. This is not worth it.
Am I like ripped asunder? Like,
You have holes in your body. You have wounds.
okay.
Icy.
Yeah.
Just, and I just impart like 5 points of healing into Max.
Okay. Yeah, you only took that 1 point of damage. I'm gonna say that represented the whole thing.
Then
But
you only get 1
yeah.
point, Max.
Why?
you start to heal.
He's so low.
I'll give you 5 just because.
It'll be fine. You just need to take a nap.
But we can't sleep.
And you don't have any
About
hit dice.
I would say about that. It's like, so these birds are like nesting themselves on the rafter while Max's flesh knits back together.
They're actually not settling. They just keep circling very quickly and cawing. They're just making a lot of noise. And
fuck.
the longer you let this go on, there's a knocking at the door, and you hear Mira's voice saying, "Is everything all right in there? Some of the other guests are starting to complain."
Shut up! Shut up! Max is just trying to like shut up the birds.
Yeah, we'll get it under control. We're sorry.
Everything's good, thank you.
Max, do you want to make a check? Do you want to roll a die?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Think I will let's just call it diplomacy. Or persuasion. Sorry, persuasion.
Not animal handling.
Just
These are his
don't-
friends.
Persuasion.
These are his friends. These are the boys.
Yeah, that's the thing, right?
This is my squad.
Squat up.
Please relax.
Bro, chill.
Max
chill out,
gang.
bro. Bro, you gotta chill. Chill, bro. Come on.
Bruh.
Yeah, I think Max is just like panickingly just being like, "What do you want? Shut up! Just stop it! Stop it!" And I roll a 21. I don't roll very
Yeah,
good.
Nice.
that's gonna do it.
That was also
as
almost
you
a 1.
It was almost
as you yell that in the very sort of unnatural way that these birds do things, um, they almost as a body settle. They all land at like the exact same moment and just like tuck their wings back, stop making noise, and all their eyes are on you.
Has that ever happened before?
No. That's never happened before. They've followed me, sure. Have they crawled out of my skin?
Yeah, that was horrifying.
No. That's never happened before. Max has not lost eye contact with like just chooses a random bird and just like staring them
Mhm.
down. Is not looking at anyone else.
Well, you're
The
doing a really good
Eddie-
job of getting control of them.
Eddie kind of runs his hand through his hair and says, I mean, I guess they followed you in, but
I guess they did, Eddie. I guess they did.
well, they couldn't. I guess they found a way past that magic barrier.
persistence.
This is not a thing birds normally do, Eddie. Just
Yeah, they don't
the
crawl out
lack
I
of
of the
had-
hole.
experience that I'd
Yeah, that's not how
I
they
had
hatch.
had assumed. Eddie, there's like one chair in the room that Eddie is like taking a seat in, and he kind of like pops the back of his caster open and is refilling the shells from one of the pockets of his white leather jacket.
Nice.
So, since none of us have answers about this whole horrible bird situation, can we ask who your friends were back there in the market?
Oh, the hanged men. I mean, not my friends. Not really anybody's friends, but their own, I suppose. They're a gang. I guess the gang. They well, when the dead aren't around, they kind of run things, I suppose you could say.
Hmm.
But easy enough to spot. They all show off those tattoos.
Is it mostly just those three, or is it are there more?
No, no. There's a lot more. There's a good deal more. Not entirely sure how many, but a lot.
Are they gonna get in our way?
Hell, I don't know. Maybe.
They probably only stayed the slums, though, right? Once we get up closer to the open air part of the city, we'll have, well, not them to worry about,
Oh.
but
Yeah,
Other
no, they're
things.
not going. They're not going into the uppers.
so we just have to avoid them for maybe a night while Max recoups from whatever this is. And then
Well, I don't know how I'm going to go anywhere unnoticed.
What do you mean?
Did you just were you blind in the past, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes just now?
Oh, wait, because the birds are watching you, or?
Because the birds follow me
Oh, yeah.
everywhere.
Okay. Yeah, that would be conspicuous.
I'm assuming that's not normal here.
No.
Well, I mean, there
Considering
are
birds
birds
don't
here.
exist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No birds here. Yeah, that's the thing.
I mean, they're not always close to you, Max. So maybe if you could convince them to like keep their distance, it at least wouldn't put a target on you. It might actually distract people if they've never seen birds before, because they're going to be
Yeah,
more
they
focused on
shut
that
up.
than us.
They shut up when you told them to. Can you just tell them to go away?
I think Max turns to the birds and says, I don't know how much help to the Raven Queen I'd be if I was dead. So I hope that none of you will get in my way and will leave me, but everyone here, alone. Yes? No?
If you were trying to disperse them, there's a check you can.
Yeah, I will try to disperse them.
Okay.
And my animal handling is not
Handle
terrible.
the animals.
Damn, boy. That's a 19.
Okay. Yeah,
Nice.
you're killing these rolls tonight.
It's gonna come
With a
back to
19,
haunt me,
yeah.
I know it is.
Absolutely. Nothing immediate happens because they are like the window is closed. There's really nowhere for them to go, but you see them start to move independently. That sort of group motion, where like one of them will tilt their head and the other one will tilt their head. One of them will like raise a wing, the other one will raise a wing. Stops. They start to like sort of move independently of one another. You get the impression that you've succeeded. You've done it.
Is there a window in this room? I guess what's the purpose of
Yeah.
windows underground?
Probably tradition more than anything.
Good to smell
Possibly
out.
a warning sign, smell out, or an escape route. Even
Yeah.
it's possible.
Okay. Kelly will walk across the room to where the window is, and she will just
Mhm.
like trying not to make any sudden movements to like disturb this peace that's been created. She will just push the window open and be like, "Oh look."
Yeah, Max
Go
will
out
just
there.
go and point at the window.
The second you open it, the birds start to they take flight again, and they all stream out into the open air of the necropolis.
And just like duck underneath the windowsill and just let them fly over me, and I'm just like, that is so many birds, Max.
Yeah, those were all inside you.
I guess. I don't understand them. I don't know what they want. I know who they're tied to now, but I don't know why. It doesn't matter. It's not part of what we need right now. So I'm alive enough to keep discussing the plans here.
Sure, you're
Blood.
Maybe you should just at least like lay on the bed.
Actually, it's probably yellow mucus after that.
Disgusting.
That soup and stuff.
yeah, the salt broth. Yeah, that doesn't taste great. Coming back up.
Go lay down. Go lay down.
I guess the
sounds
wounds
sad.
on Max.
You
Go lay down there, bud. As Max turns to go to the bed, I'm like, go lay down there, bud, and smacks him on the butt. Go take a nap.
doesn't flinch, but doesn't lay on the bed. Just like sits, just like.
Because
There you go.
Max sleeps sitting up.
Take 4 hit points.
Nice.
There you go.
Um,
Thank you.
Better use it well. It's one divine smite I won't be using today, Maximilian.
well, we can have the room for the night if you want to rest here. It's probably the safest option, but it's not the cheapest. They usually, well, rent by the hour.
What'll it cost for 8 hours?
I can take care of it. I can cover it and just tack it on to your bill.
Bill us. Just add it to our
Send
tab.
us an invoice, yeah.
Well, your money's not much good around these parts, so I'll get paid the next time. The next time you're oh God, what's her name? Your like mentor,
Dion.
Dion. Yeah, I'll get paid the next time Dion sends a shipment through.
I help put those shipments together if there's anything in particular you're looking for.
Yeah, there's plenty. I'll get you a list. But like I said, meantime, maybe you get some sleep. I'm gonna head back out there and I guess start trying to track down any leads if you're still dead set on trying to get into the uppers.
Absolutely.
All right. I'll see what I can do. He will.
How big is his bed?
Max
Win-
sized, maybe.
Win long.
Okay. I too
Yeah.
long. Yeah, I think Max would just lay on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, even the smallest
Sit in
of
a
you
chair.
can't really share this bed. It's very much like it's like the width of Max and like not quite as tall. So, but yeah, you can sleep on the floor, no problem.
We should also take shifts maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Keep an eye out.
That's a good idea.
No, that makes sense.
I'll
I'd
go
also
first.
nice. Yeah, maybe take a nap first.
So you've done a lot today. You've fallen off of the cliff face. Well, that's not even true. You
Rather than
jumped.
sit.
Yeah, that's today. You jumped off of a cliff face. You crawled down through the gap. You fought some zombies. And then, you experienced the miracle of birth. So like maybe you can go to sleep first.
Yeah, do you feel closer
Oh,
with
yeah.
Shannon now? Or Sharon? What was your mom's name again?
You're talking about my
Joanne?
mom?
Joanne.
I
Do you feel
wish I
closer
could,
with
Wayne.
Joanne?
Don't you ever talk about my mom again. Her name is Joanne.
Oh yeah,
Joanne Miller is a saint.
Joanne Miller's a goddamn saint.
Yeah, you're right.
Pat, pat.
Good.
Little kiss on the cheek.
Okay.
No. Yeah. Max just like lays
Okay.
on the floor.
Yeah, you can all sack out. You're setting a watch, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm also gonna dump 15 hit points into Max, and I'm gonna use a second level spell to cast Aid on. I don't know how many people I can do this to.
I think
Choose
it's
up to three people
right?
within range.
Yeah.
So my 3 compatriots, I'm gonna increase their hit points by 5, and those are full 5. So everybody gets an
Okay.
additional 5 hit points for the next 8 hours, just in case we get ambushed in our sleep.
Awesome.
Gotcha. Okay. I was gonna say it's gonna be a long rest, so you'll be back to full. But I guess this is in case you get jumped.
This is in
Just
case we get jumped.
get jumped. And if it's a full rest, then I'll just get my spells back anyway.
Yeah, you can't take it
That's
with you.
true.
So
This is
There
just,
you go.
in case those men that we intimidated in the town
Those
square
men
decide to take
who
some issue with us.
Probably don't like being feared, or probably not used to being afraid of anything.
Honestly, probably Clem's gonna come after us for ruining his restaurant's reputation. So
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he owns any
true.
of the benches.
I mean,
word
I wouldn't want
word
to.
is spreading.
Yeah.
Word is spreading quickly that Clemp's salt broth gives you a bad case of the birds.
Yeah.
The mushrooms.
Clem.
The mushrooms in the salt broth will just fuck you up.
Mhm.
I'm sorry, Clem.
You've
Anyway.
ruined him. He will never financially recover from this. Very good. Okay, you said a watch. Who's going first? Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch. I feel great.
Wayne's taking first watch. I'm assuming Max is gonna get as much sleep as possible. So who's
Yeah.
second and third between Hunter and Kelly?
I can take second because I also did not fall off of a cliff face. So the two who did can take the late shifts.
That's
take the
fair.
last
Hunter,
one.
you take
I'll take third.
third. All right, sounds good. Sounds good. All right,
Is
cool.
third the last?
Yeah, just
Um,
fucking grip it, baby.
Thanks, Karen.
Karen!
Appreciate
Thank
you.
you,
Love
my
you.
dear.
Crack one for the big
We
boy.
appreciate it.
We love ya.
I
Yeet.
do. Oh, now I got to do the thing.
Yeah.
Like you need more advantage.
All the advantage.
These rolls
Well,
tonight.
Maybe
I
not.
know. It's like you don't even need it. We're up to
It's
4.
gonna come
Good
back.
work, everybody.
on us.
Thank you for your donation. We appreciate it. Yeah, I imagine Max, once you're out, you're out. You've had a long.
Yeah. Oh, Max has
Hours.
deep snores.
Yeah.
But I think I'd like to wake up
Can you
for if the last
can
shift
you
is the
save,
third shift. I want to wake up for that.
okay? Can you save versus sleep apnea?
It's a full night's rest and ends up with exhaustion. What's that about?
Yeah, it's
Speak to your
crazy, right?
primary
It's the
care
worst.
provider about that. Maybe we can get it worked out.
I do need to do that. So you're staying up for third watch. You're waking up for third.
Yeah, I'll wake up for third.
Okay.
Along with Hunter.
Keeping Hunter company. So even though that's your intention, what I'm gonna say is that like you wake up a little bit later than you even meant to, and like Hunter's already been on watch for a little bit. So like you wake up and Hunter's already keeping eyes out, and you can see Wayne and Kelly are asleep. What'd you like to do?
Who has the bed?
I would
I don't know. You're all from
defer
the
it to.
Midwest,
Well,
so
another
I-
Wayne
yeah,
ride.
I'd probably defer it to Kelly. Don't worry, my
I was gonna say,
jersey's
you're all from-
super comfortable. I just take it off. It's like plate mail.
you're all from the Midwest, so it's entirely possible that nobody took the bed. 'cause
I
it
was gonna
was-
I
say-
was thinking that. I
I was
feel
gonna
like
say
all of us were
whoever's-
like, you can have it.
No, you
Whoever's
can
on
have it. Go
watch.
ahead.
Whoever's on watch can just like sit on the bed because I imagine it's not even that comfortable anyway for sleeping.
Yeah,
fair.
probably
The best
not.
view of
So-
the room.
So
from
we
the
just
bed.
all sleep on the floor, and then whoever's on watch sits on the bed to do it. Like none of us slept in that bed. We
Checks
know
out.
what's been done in that bed.
No, it's okay. We open the
you
window. Can't even smell it.
Oh God!
It's fine.
Smells like
so
salt
you,
broth.
Unfortunately. So Max, you wake up and you see Hunter's kind of already like sitting cross-legged on the bed, keeping an eye out.
Morning.
I didn't think you were gonna wake up for a little bit longer, Max.
I'm a little late actually.
But I thought you took the last shift.
Is this not the last shift?
No.
Well, I'm already up, so it's fine. I wanted to check on something, and I want to look out the window, see if the birds are, if I can see the birds.
You don't immediately see any birds.
Okay, cool. I close the window.
That'll
I
show.
don't trust.
Everything good out there?
Looks like it. No hangmen, and no birds. So
So 2 wins.
it wins. Max will just sit on the bed, I guess. Actually, no. Max is gonna stand next to Hunter, just like standing up.
You like you look around for something to lean on, but there's just like nothing, so you just stand there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, this bed isn't that small. Like, you can sit down, Max, if you want to.
Nope. That's fine. This good for your back. You know, stand up, stretch.
If you say so.
I just did. So yeah. So are you allowed to like call out your friend, your horse,
Oh, Callisto?
Callisto?
I mean, I can call him out, but I'm not sure here is the place to do this
Oh no
unless
no
things
no
get
no!
really bad.
What? No. Right here in the room? No.
Well, yes, exactly. And probably not down here in general, but I don't really know what they would think of that.
What do you think of all this? Hmm? What do you think about Ryan's notes?
I mean, I don't really know what to make of it. I'm still wrapping my head around the Raven Queen and all of that being real. I didn't even know who the Raven Queen was
Aren't
until
you
a day
like made
ago.
of bark?
Yes.
And you're unsure about a raven god? I'm sorry.
Well, it's more that I just didn't know that she existed. I mean, I hadn't even heard the stories.
I mean, none of us knew any of this shit existed 10 years ago, so I feel like nothing surprises me anymore.
Yeah, a lot has changed in the last 10 years.
Max is really fighting the urge to say it, and a lot hasn't, and then give Hunter a wedgie. But he just internalizes that. And just like
Beat it
twitches.
down.
Hunter appreciates the character growth.
Presses.
Come such a long way.
Anyway, fast travel time. Silence.
Yeah, we can absolutely do that. We can say that the rest of the time passes.
Well,
and,
actually, I will
uh,
say Hunter does want to then ask Max, what do you
Oh.
think about all of this? Kind of throw that question back at him.
I don't think Ryan was I don't think Ryan was stupid enough to fall, or smart enough, whatever, to fall into the enemy's hands as far as like as an ally. I don't think he has, the balls to be a villain.
I mean, I just thought he was such a good person that he wouldn't do that.
I just think he's kind of like too much of a coward to turn on people. But I guess that's a good thing for us. But I don't know. I think he is either being like body being used or something already. Is it trying to send us messages? I don't know. I don't think I'm smart enough for this. I usually just kind of leave that shit up to you guys. And I'm just here.
I mean, you have some good instincts, Max. You're the reason I'm alive.
It's true.
And as you're having this conversation, Hunter, you kind of shift your the position of your bow, where it's like resting across your lap, and kind of you brush against a what feels like maybe a thread. You spot it after a second of looking for it. You can like put your fingers on it and touch it a little bit, and it's this thread that's like connected to you or your armor or something. You're not really sure, but it's connected to your chest. And you can see like the light glimmering off of it a couple like inches away. Like it continues on because it's taut, but you lose track of it after that point.
Hunter just kind of freezes when they notice that and is just trying to figure out like where it goes. So you just start seeing like their hands moving. And I'm guessing it doesn't seem like they're like grasping at anything in particular. Or can Max see what they're
I
seeing?
was like, Ryan was kind of an asshole in high school. He wasn't that good of a guy. I don't know why I got all of you fuckers convinced, but he was right alongside me giving wedgies and, well, maybe it wasn't. He was there.
Nightly, Max is in the middle of his nightly Ryan tirade.
Hunter's just learned to be
normally
like,
nobody else is
yep.
awake for this, so
Yeah.
so Max is a little distracted with that, but Hunter, as you like
Staring
start
out
to
the
trace
window.
it, yeah, you kind of like you put one hand around it and then kind of like hand over handing it, following it, and it keeps going. As you're following it, you get off the bed and keep following it, and it leads to the door of the room.
So I just have to say, I'm sure this isn't the image, but the only image that is coming up in my mind is like Donnie Darko when he's following the portal out of his chest. Like that is all I can see. I'm guessing it's not that pronounced, but that is my mental image for this.
It's not. No, it's not a portal.
Yeah.
Just a little thread.
A portal string.
Portal string.
Or portal string. Could be. So hard to say.
Hunter's gonna open the door.
Okay. You keep following it, presumably. Cool. Hand over hand, and it leads you down the stairs.
So before they leave, they do say, Max, I'll be right back. Keep watch.
Okay. I assume they have to pee or something.
Okay. So you follow it down the stairs and onto the first level, back in that landing, that sort of parlor looking place, which is empty now. You don't see anybody. And if you continue following it, it leads to there's a door attached to well, not attached. There's a door set into the wall of the parlor. The only door on this floor. It is red and kind of covered in a fabric. Almost reminds you of velour.
Is it unlocked?
It is.
What the fuck?
Oh no.
You open the door, walk into the room beyond, which is a very open space, though very dark. The only source of light in here is from a pool set into the middle of the floor, which appears to be full of water, but it emits a soft blue light that lights up the room a little bit. Beyond that, you can see the floor is littered with pillows, cushions, things like that. You can vaguely see on the opposite end of the room what looks like a stage, perhaps. Built very low to the ground.
Does this pool remind me at all of the one that we fell into?
I mean, it it's clearly a magical pool. So in that way, yes. But they all look the same to you. So hard to say. I will say that one didn't glow, I don't believe. So there's that.
So Hunter is going to give the pool kind of as wide a berth as they can. Where is the string taking them?
So you follow it. It leads you across the room, around the pool. You stop in front of the stage because as you start to approach, you've been doing this sort of like hand over hand away from you. And now your hands start climbing as the thread starts going up. And as you tilt your head back to follow it in the light by the pool, you see that the ceiling is covered in these threads. And as you see that, you realize it's not a thread at all. It's a web.
Yep. There it is.
There it is.
My nightmare.
There it is.
The thing I hate most in the world.
And it's gonna be fine. And it is at that moment that you make that realization as you look up into the webs that you hear a voice. It's hard to pinpoint exactly where it's coming from, except generally above you. Kind of echoes and bounces off. But as it speaks, it says, I hope I did not wake you.
You didn't.
I simply wanted to talk to one of you. You seemed the safest choice.
What would you like to talk about?
Where it is you came from. What brought you here to my humble establishment?
Oh, you own this place.
I do. I'm sorry. How rude of me. From the ceiling, from the mass of webs, you see one long spider-like leg descend, touch the ground, followed by another, and then more of them, 8 of them, in fact, which you can see are appear to be sort of a pinkish color in the light of the pool. And as they all make contact with the ground, The rest of, presumably, Madame Siduri lowers from her web. She is very much spider from the waist down, fully abdomen. She is primarily a sort of a soft pinkish color, but with like spots of white all over. But from there, you see almost a human-like torso. Though the coloration doesn't change, that same sort of pinkish color, and her body, her torso, leading up to her head, does not appear to be. It doesn't look like human skin. It doesn't look like it would be like soft to the touch or anything like that. It's just a very human-like shape. She has 2 arms, which also look fairly human, although they do sort of end in these black claws, very sharp nails. And then her head, which sits at the end of the torso, is very, very spider-like as well, complete with eyes and mandibles and the whole 9 yards.
We hate to see it.
Oh my god.
We kind of do hate to see it.
What's your problem, DM?
Listen, it's just a story.
Just
We're
a
just
spider
playing,
lady.
It's just a story, you guys.
Just a nightmare.
it's
just a
story.
spider
It's
lady.
fine.
Fucking nightmare.
She sort of like bends at what you could potentially call her waist, and says, Siduri World Web at your service.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Hunter.
Is that a name or a title, perhaps?
Both?
None of you, from this world.
You can tell that just by looking at us?
I can. Because I am not either.
This is something that's common?
Common would perhaps be Joanne. This is Joanne Miller. It's canon now.
Max, it's your mom!
I'm from a place called Ohio.
No shit, me too!
No, she says common would perhaps be the wrong word for it. But a noon is an odd place. So many worlds touch it. Things slip through the cracks.
I didn't realize.
It would be easy to ignore if you were not aware. Is your world like this one?
Not really. Was yours?
No. No. I come from a place of pure magic and light.
Well, that also sounds different than where we came from.
Fascinating. Your threads. She leans in and kind of scuttles around you in like a half circle, kind of bringing her many eyes closer to you as she examines you. Your threads are terribly tangled, dear.
What do you mean?
Threads, I apologize. I can see everything that has happened to you and will happen to you is represented by a thread. She kind of gestures to the ceiling above you. I can see them. Yours are a mess.
I mean, I feel like that's not surprising. But what does that mean?
Well, it means things are going to be interesting for you. For such a short-lived creature. You have a great deal left to do.
And you can see it all laid out.
Well, I can see it all. Laid out would be overpromising, perhaps. It's tangled. It would need to be straightened out. And that would take time.
Is that even possible? To untangle these types of threads?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Threads. They tangle. They get wrapped up in one another, bound to one another. But when you untangle them, when you straighten them out, they're always the same. But you can't work with them until you fix them. Everything, your fate, your past, your hopes, your dreams, it's all here. It's all immutable. It's just a little messy.
And what would it cost for you to share what you've seen?
I don't charge. But some things I can tell you. Some things. Well, if you knew about it, you wouldn't do it.
That makes sense.
But I will tell you, and she sort of lowers herself until her the belly of her spider-like abdomen is almost touching the ground, so that she is almost of a height with you. She kind of extends one of those clawed fingertips, uh, and sort of lays it very gently against the center of your chest. There is something here. Something not of this world. Not of your world either.
And you can sense that as well.
It's a very different thread, dear.
And what what does that mean?
Nothing, I suppose.
You said you chose me because you thought I was the safest. What was the reason for that?
I thought your friends would attack me. On sight.
I mean, that's fair.
I can see that in them. But you're different. Gentler. You haven't lived the lives that they have.
From everything I've heard about their experiences, I would say that's quite true.
I'll tell you this much. What I want, Hunter, is to go home. But I have been trapped here. Not in the city. In this world for a very, very long time. And I eagerly await the day I can leave.
And what would need to happen for you to be able to leave?
Well, that's just it, dear. You just keep right on living your life. That's all I need.
So just staying on the path that I'm on.
Oh, yes. Just trust your heart.
That sounds like wise advice to hold on to.
I'm told you need to enter the upper city. Move about freely.
That would be an accurate statement.
I can do that for you. and your friends. If you'd like.
What would need to happen for that to happen?
Well, as we've established, you've paid me already by what you will do. And that's compensation enough. As far as the process, well, that may be a little less pleasant.
In what way?
I think if you're willing to trust me, it would be best if I didn't tell you. But I
And-
promise no harm will come to you or your friends. You'll be just fine.
And what, in that case, should I tell my friends, since, as we've established, they're a little more prone to violence than I am?
Tell them you trust Madame Siduri. And that she won't hurt them. I'm afraid you have very few options.
I mean, that sounds like the best plan we have. And if you promise not to hurt any of us, then I will tell them that I trust you to get us there.
Oh, you have my word. And as we established, I need you. I'll prepare everything. Just bring them down to me when they awaken.
Just bring them right in here.
Yes.
I can do that.
Well then. And she lifts her feet off the ground. And then starts to be drawn back up into the webs of the ceiling by one of those threads. Until she is no longer visible.
And Hunter just bids her a good evening and then makes their way back upstairs.
Good, yeah, very good. Good,
Just
good on you. So you go back to the room. A few minutes have passed. Did Max fall back asleep, or are you still?
Nah.
Okay.
Max is like, actually, Max is like leaning on the windowsill, looking outside the window, and when Hunter opens the door, you just hear
Really gotta get that checked out. Cool. Very good. Yeah. So Max kind of dozed off. Everybody else is asleep. What are you doing, Hunter?
Hunter's just gonna go back to sitting on the bed and just kind of think through how in the hell they're going to try and pitch this idea to the others when they wake up.
Fair enough.
As well as processing what they've just been told.
Well, time passes, and you start to hear noises from outside the window. First, you are worried it's birds. Max, you kind of wake up with a start. You've just kind of been sleeping, leaning on the windowsill for a couple hours at this point. You You think it's birds at first, and then you realize that it's just people moving around outside, starting to like beginning their day in the slums. Um,
What time is it?
yeah, you have no idea if you're on an actual like schedule that's matching the outside world, since there's really no light down here, or at least no natural light down here. But it's very clear that this is like the time when people start to get up and move around.
Good watch.
Yeah, you did a good job, Max.
I know. You did pretty good too, honestly. Very good. Yes. Ah. The words. Is anyone else awake?
Morning, everybody.
I kick I kick Wayne mid as he just like opens his eyes.
Jesus.
Wayne's a morning person. I can only
Oh yeah.
assume.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to go. You guys were kind of doing your own thing, so I didn't want to interrupt. But yeah, I'm ready to tackle the day.
I've just been pretending to sleep for the last 2 hours to be polite.
Yeah, I didn't want to be rude.
You wake up and you're the first kid awake at the sleepover and you don't.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Kelly kind of rises a little bit groggily, but she's up pretty quick once she's actually
Mhm.
awake. And starts packing her stuff back up. And she's like,
Mm.
did Eddie come back yet? Or is he still out roaming?
I haven't seen him. There is kind of an update though. Last night I had the opportunity to meet the owner of this fine establishment. And
Came by?
well, it was when I had, stepped out for a couple of minutes max when you took over my watch. And she says that she can help us to get to the upper level.
You told her we're trying to get into the upper level?
Oh heck yeah!
She,
Sweet.
she knew.
Lucky us.
She knew. I don't know how she knew, but I get the feeling that information is her thing.
I don't like that. Why? Why is she going to get us into the upper levels?
Well, that's where it gets a little complicated. It sounds like it'll help her with something, but if it helps us, I
Well,
think it's worth it.
That's
Yeah.
a less weird thought. That's kind of how things work. It's you
Yeah.
do something for me, I do something for you. But like, what does she want us to do
Yeah,
when we get up
Yeah,
there?
what does she want?
She just says that we do what we're planning on doing.
What?
I don't think we know what we're planning on doing.
Did she know Ryan too? Why does she care?
I don't know. I don't have all of the pieces.
I mean, why are we looking a gift horse in the mouth, right? Like, if she can get us up there and us being there is gonna be good enough.
She made it
Of
clear
course.
we wouldn't owe her anything.
Even better.
Yeah, honestly.
This doesn't happen to you guys? Things don't just work out?
No, Wayne, they most certainly don't. You know
Oh.
that we can.
Also, I mean, we can always just have her take us, and then if things don't work out, we can always just leave. we don't.
Well-
we don't have to repay her.
Or
Well, as far as I know, we don't have to repay her.
or we can wait until the guide who we have hired and who has gotten us everywhere he's promised to get us so far comes back and we ask him what the deal with this woman is.
I mean, they seem buddies.
It's true. He was the one who brought us here. He said that this is a safe place for us to be. So if he didn't think that she was safe, why would he have brought us here?
I don't know if that's why.
We can wait for him though, if that would make you more comfortable.
I mean,
a moment. At that moment, the door to your room flies open. You recognize the red-haired woman who let you in the night before, Mira. She has a panicked look on her face,
Oh God.
and she says she's out of breath. She's not wearing the like small clothes that she was the night before. She's like dressed like a normal person now. And she's standing there sort of panting. She's clearly out of breath. And she says, "They took him. They took Eddie."
What the fuck?
Which they?
who?
The they or the hanged men?
The hanged man. I don't know who the other they is.
The undead.
No, the hanged man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, frig.
Oh fuck.
You gotta help him. I mean, he's in this mess because of you.
We don't have to do anything
Max.
Technically true.
really.
I mean, if we want to get really technical about it, they came up to him and addressed him by name. So like they had
No,
something gunning
honestly-
for him. But
only
here's
because
the
Max
thing.
was having a bird fit.
Here's the thing. This town's being terrorized by a stupid gang of men with stupid tattoos. Let's kick the shit out of them.
Max, we don't know how many there are.
I still vote we kick the shit out of him.
I mean, fair, yeah.
You know, when given the opportunity, you might as well take it. To kick
Where
the shit out of someone, I mean. Someone who
Absolutely.
deserves it.
If someone's underwear is hanging out of their jeans, man, that's a sign from God.
And if they're a bad guy who's kidnapped your friend,
Mira,
That's a sign from God.
that's a sign from God right there.
man.
Mira, do you know where they took him?
They have a house. It's not really a house, but that's what it looks like. It's where most of them will be.
Is
Hmm.
that where they hang out?
That's a good joke. My friend's dying, but that's a really good joke.
Do you know how many there are,
Funny joke.
or how many you've seen?
I don't
If-
know. There were 3 of them who took him,
Okay.
but I mean they're dangerous.
So are we.
Categorically true.
Okay, I can show you where they live.
Yeah.
You can get him back.
Yeah, you take us there, we'll get him. He technically has already gone above and beyond what we asked him to do, so
Hmm.
All right.
Yeah,
I'm
we should
pretty
do
sure-
this for him.
Definitely.
For him
Follow
and
me.
for the people here.
She she starts running down the stairs and out the front door, and you follow. Before you make it out the door, Hunter, you get down to the first floor and you look over at the red door and you see that it's cracked slightly. You hear a voice. You hear a whisper. You're not sure if it's audible or if it's just in your head, but you just sort of hear it from the shadows of the room beyond that says, "No strings attached." And then the door shuts. And we're going to take a little break.
Nope.
Dislike.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just going to take
We don't like that.
No strings attached.
Gonna take a quick little break, and when we get back, we're gonna fight all the hanged men.
Yay!
Yay! And then we're gonna trust our fates to spider ladies from other dimensions.
I'm here for it.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
I mean
Sure are. All right. Yeah, we will be back in like 10-ish minutes. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for hanging out and sticking around and all the good vibes. We'll see you in just a few minutes. Thanks so much. Game on. Get your game on. Hello,
Get your game
everybody.
on.
Welcome home.
Welcome back. We are still alive from the apocalypse. We have taken a break. We are fresh and ready to go. So you all had just followed Mira, your guide, out of the well, she's not your guide, but she's going to guide you to your guide. Out of Madame Siduri's and through the streets of Central Slum.
We're gonna follow our guide's friend back to our guide.
Exactly right, you are. So yeah, you follow her, and she's kind of like just racing through the streets, and she every so often she like stops, waits for you to catch up, like waves her hand, says, "Come on, hurry up," and you keeping up with her. Finally, she turns a corner ahead of you. You follow, racing after her, and you find yourselves back in the marketplace, back in the square. And you see that she is like standing there. She stops.
Oh
He's standing.
no.
Right by her, you recognize the 3 hanged men from the other day. And the one in the red coat takes out a bag, holds up a bag of something that's like jingling, and tosses it to her. She like looks at the 4 of you for just a second. She like shoots you a glance, and it's like equal parts like defiant and like ashamed and like embarrassed. But she just like walks away.
I can't even say I'm surprised, though. I didn't think you'd be, dickless enough to have to do that. Thought you'd just wait for us to come out yourselves.
Well, we didn't know exactly where you were. Monahan
Well, you got
was
us here.
tight-lipped.
You got us here. What do you want? What can we do for you, boys?
And where is Monahan, by the way? We weren't finished with him.
He blows out a breath, very prolonged, exaggerated. He cranes his head back and he looks up. He says, "I don't know exactly where he'd be right about now. Somewhere on his way up there."
You put him on one of the wagons.
No, he didn't get it. Monahan, filth like him, doesn't merit his own wagon. No. We just sold him. He's been a thorn in everybody's sides long enough. But I want to know what it is that brings you to my slum. From wherever it is you came from. What exactly are you trying to do?
You're gonna have to get used to disappointment. Because we're not telling you.
Also, this isn't your slum.
Yeah, what he said.
And we're not looking to stay here too long either way.
So it's fine.
Don't worry about it.
No, I think you'll find you are wrong. You're mistaken about everything you just said. Roll for initiative.
Sick. Woo!
Screw. Scraw.
Become a velociraptor?
Initiative noises.
Velocipede.
I just got excited. Sorry.
You know when you make
these my
velociraptor
nags?
noises? Because you're rolling initiative.
Don't think I've done that since Washington College.
Well,
Damn, son.
I got a friggin'
Uh,
2.
I got a
Ooh.
friggin'
What?
19. Damn, I got a 19.
all right.
You got a 20. You have a +1 on initiative.
I got a 20, damn.
I got a
Good,
3
good.
DM. Also have a +1 to my initiatives.
Okay. All right.
Round
well,
on
that's
up
good to
to
know.
3.
That's
Round
very
that
good to
one
know.
up.
What is your total, Max Miller? Just a 20? Flat 20?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got a 19 on
Uh,
the dime. It's a +1.
oh, okay. Gotcha. All right, cool. And I know Wayne got a 3.
Fat 3.
All right. What about
Don't
Kelly?
get it twisted.
18.
Kelly got an 18 and Hunter
12.
12. Cool. All right. Pretty good spread. Pretty good. Let me just update everybody's totals. Here.
You gonna
Can't
prophecy?
have
Oh shit, that's a
can't
good
have
question.
inaccurate initiative listings. What'd you say?
We should
1
feed.
second.
We should feed the hanged man to the Madam Sido.
Oh yeah, that's
You're
an idea.
that's assuming she eats dead man.
Yeah, again, you're really stereotyping Madame Siduri
She
here.
might just eat fate, because that's what it seems like.
She might just eat food. She might just eat salt broth, like everybody down here.
I'm sure she's a lovely person. I'm sure we'll be best friends. But you know what? That whole situation sounded extremely unsettling.
I'm just saying. You guys are jumping to a lot of conclusions here. Okay.
I'm
All
a
right.
fan.
Good. The first up in our initiative order is the small hooded figure.
What?
Actually, yeah, the small hooded figure who is going to actually is going to actually just sort of charge in. Actually, wait, hold on. We got to do.
Yeah, I was gonna
some
say,
stuff.
should
What
we
am I
do the
doing here?
map?
We should do the map. Hold on. There's the map button. We are back in the
map
back in the
button.
square. Gonna represent these lads here.
Are they lads?
Sure, everybody's a lad.
That is not true. I'd
Is it?
say
Okay.
I'd say Wayne's definitely a lad.
For
I don't
Wayne
think
is
Kelly's
sure.
certainly a lad.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
I don't know if Kelly's a lad.
Okay.
Kelly's a little too mean to be a lad.
Some lads are mean. There are mean lads, as
Yeah.
it turns out. Sad to say. Okay, cool. So I've got
Whoa.
our buds on the board here. I'm gonna color code them. One of them is red. One of them is blue. One of them is we'll say yellow.
What happened?
And coming across the map here. There we go. There's our center of conflict as it stands. So let me put you all out on the board. There goes Raph, right on time.
On cue.
Yep. There's Max.
I'm gonna do reload.
There's Wayne, Kelly, and Hunter. And you are all out on the board. Do you see where we're doing this tussle?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that is where we live. Just need Owlbear Rodeo to cooperate and catch up. There we go.
And blue is red. I'm assuming is red cloak. Blue is
Right. Blue is the small figure with the hood. Red is the guy in the jacket, and yellow is the hairy man. So currently the blue one is gonna charge. I'm gonna say right up to Max because Max is like directly across from him right now. And is going to move up and then pull back the sleeve, the very like long sleeve of the tunic thing that he's wearing. And you are gonna see inscribed down his arm lines of runes and like scrawling alchemical like circles and things that are also lighting up blue. But he basically reaches you and licks that arm out, kind of presses it right against your chest, and unloads a gout of fire, blue fire, that freezes instead of burns. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Nar.
No.
Good at those. Yeah,
No.
stop it. I'm not good at dex. I lied. I'm
Yep.
excellent at dex.
That is very
That's
good.
an 18.
That's a
Excellent.
very
I don't
good
know
dex.
what gods have blessed me tonight,
Your god.
but thank you.
The birds have blessed
The
you.
birds, yeah, the birds were giving me bad rolls, and now I have good rolls.
You are gonna take 8 points of cold damage.
I don't even flinch. I just
Okay.
stare at the hood and smile.
I'll say that now that he's up close, you can kind of get a good look at him. You're not sure how old he is, but he does not look like an adult's age. He looks like
Child?
kind of a child, yeah. Maybe like early teens is your best guess, but similarly you get a look of the face and like his lips are tinged blue. And you can still see that sort of curling like line of blue vapor that's kind of curling out of the corner of his mouth. Yeah. So that's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty bad. But you're fine. That didn't really hurt, so that's good. It ends your turn, in fact.
Okay. Immediately after, I feel like after he does the fire thing, there's like this like flash of smoke and steam, and as soon as the smoke and steam clears, I'm just like eyes red, and I go into a rage, and I'm going to use. I'm going to do. I'm gonna go with my with a bite. So I
With a
just
bite.
like the black weirdness comes out and makes like a giant chomping jaw. And I'm going to also take out my great axe, and I'm going to grab I'm gonna like push the kid narratively. I'm gonna
Okay.
push the kid and just say out loud, "You're just a kid." And then I'm just gonna like walk. I'm actually gonna just push the kid away and walk like in front here and bite and slash at the red cloak guy.
Okay.
I'm not a kid. That's weird.
Okay. I am pretty sure the kid gets an opportunity attack though.
I'm still in his range, so technically no.
Never left their threatened area.
Okay.
It's
Sounds good. So then yeah, you can just move over to guy in the red jacket, the scarred
Yeah, I just
man.
kind of like push the kid out of the way and just like swing. Okay, I do a bite and a great axe. So let me just go ahead and do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and reckless attack because why not?
Why
not?
Am I right? Why not?
Why not, honestly?
Why not? Honestly. Okay, I'll do great axe first. Oops, where's my roll 20? It's either a 21 or a 26. Oh my god, dude. Okay.
Jeez
All right.
Louise.
I
Jeez
don't know what's
Louise.
happening right now. And then
Don't question it.
I'm not. Whew. And then my bite attack is. Oh my god, I keep losing roll 20. Where are you? Bite I think is also plus 7. Yeah. And I'm also attacking recklessly. I don't know if I even have to. It's an 18 or a 12. So 18 and 26. 26 for the great axe and 18. I'm assuming both of those hit.
Yeah, they do.
Okay, so okay, beautiful. Okay, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so I swing the great axe at the guy in the red cloak for 12 damage. Gotta remember I'm a fucking barbarian.
Oh.
And what is that? Okay. And then and when I hit him, I want the great axe to like kind of get like stuck on him, and as soon as it gets stuck even like a little bit, I immediately just like lunge and just bite at his neck. Oops. Oh no, I did it again.
Our feral boy. We love to see it.
And
We do love to see it.
And I bite him for 11. So I do a total. Okay. I do a total
21.
of 12 plus 11.
23.
23.
All right.
23.
Thank you. Yes.
23
No,
points
I
of
do
damage?
Plus 2. Yes.
Okay. So that's total for the round, right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Just
Bonus action, attack, extra attack, and I'm done.
Yeah, he is hurt. Definitely. He is not doing well. He will cry out when you sink your fangs into his shoulder. Good work.
Thank you.
So yeah. Takes the damage, and that means that it is Kelly's turn.
similar in a feral fuck you attitude. I'm just
Nice.
gonna hop the 5 feet step up, ignore the yellow guy to just slash straight into the red guy. Because you know what? We told him that he was gonna have to deal with disappointment and not knowing what we were here for.
You did say that.
And we were not exaggerating. So
Fair.
but I don't know if I do it with a 9. Rip.
Yeah, unfortunately with a 9, no, that's gonna miss.
That is fine. With my bonus action, I will get the spiritual weapon.
Hell yeah.
Just pop it right there.
All right. Let me
And-
get it out on the.
I got it.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
I can't add the Kelly token, but I can add the spiritual weapon token. for
That's
some
fair because I
reason.
added the Kelly. No, I added the Kelly token. That's why.
Yeah.
So
Um.
very cool.
So then, when that appears, it also gets to make an attack. So see if that goes better for
Yeah.
us. I think
Go for it.
That dice
20.
went flying.
3.
Mhm.
So Kelly steps up, does not manage to hit him. I guess he writhes away, but then the marble pops him one for like right in the back of the skull for
Goes to
Okay.
avoid the hit. Bonks right
max
into the
damage,
marble.
10 points of
Yeah.
That is
Avoid.
rough.
10 points of
It's it.
force damage immediately.
Okay.
Like he picked the wrong ones.
hmm
He really thought he was dangerous.
He did. He thought
Thought
that.
he was doing something.
Very cool. All right. So you're pretty much ganging up on this dude. He's seen better days. That's for sure. Hunter.
So I think Hunter is going to step out a bit just to be out of kind of the range of hitting Kelly or Max, and they are going to shoot some arrows at both red and yellow.
Nice.
All right. At the red cloak and at the hairy man.
Yes.
Okay, go for it. So you get 2 attacks, and then bonus action if you want it.
So I'm just gonna roll 2d20s and we'll see what that yields. So that yield a natural 20 and a 13. So that is a grand total of 28 and 21.
Nice.
All right. Well, both of those are gonna hit. So you can roll your damage and decide who's taking what.
And when I crit, what does that mean for damage? Because I think this is my first nat 20 since we've started playing.
Yay!
That's fair. Roll double the dice.
Roll double the dice. All right. Awesome. So
Which-
that.
2d8 plus 5, I think.
Yep, that
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Crit hype.
Crit hype, crit hype.
Crit hype.
Okay.
Violent bunch in the morning.
So that is 13. And then
13, is that going
For
to
the
was that the red coat or the hairy man?
Hairy Man.
There we go.
And then the additional 12 will go to the Red Cloak.
All right. That's actually his name is Jack Harriman.
Jack Hartman.
Jack Harriman. So
Adam.
all right. Good job. Some hefty damage. All right. The guy in the red coat is not looking too good. Okay. On that last one, the man in the red coat, the scarred man, is gonna actually throw himself to the side. He's gonna throw himself into a roll very agilely. So he's gonna have the damage that he would have taken. He's gonna move to over there. So you did 13, right?
Yep.
Cool.
Can I
So
hit
that's
him, DM?
fine. And then what is gonna happen? So that was actually at the end of your turn, moving into his turn. That was a reaction that he's using. Doesn't provoke.
Mm,
Understood.
But now he is.
interesting.
It is interesting. Now he's over there, and from you see him dip both hands into his coat, and he pulls out strange looking, yet unmistakable pistols.
Ah, yes. These bitches.
You are expecting what you are expecting. However, when he points them at you and pulls the trigger, they sound like guns.
What? What?
Cool.
What?
Are they like revolvers or are they like is he
They
whipping
look
out
like it.
dual M1911s? Just
No, they they look like revolvers.
We get all
Um,
excited. We're like, real guns?
Yeah,
Shit, man.
Wait, where
Chill
are you
out.
that's what it
from?
looks like.
Chill out,
Where's
bro.
Where's this dude from?
What
Hold
neighborhood
on,
did
there's a
you grow
thing.
up in?
I know, there's a thing. He did bring a gun to a magic fight.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
There's the thing. There we go. That's him. So that's gonna be
God, I
an
love that.
18. That's gonna be an 18 to hit Hunter.
That hits.
What? Bitch.
All right.
Bruv.
I'm gonna kill that man.
You were gonna take 9 piercing damage,
Cool.
and the other shot is definitely going to Max.
Nice. Also, you get advantage
Oh, okay.
because I attacked
So
her.
it's a 19 or a 9. Does the 19 hit?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. You are gonna take. Where's that die? You're gonna take 13 piercing damage.
I eat the bullet.
Just
Okay, cool. You just
swallow
like
it.
swallow it. Nice. Very good. Love that for you.
Thank you.
All right. That is gonna be his turn. He used his reaction. He attacked dose times, which means that brings us to Wayne in the initiative order. You're not
Nice.
last.
No way.
Hey.
Because
Yeah.
I have plus
No
one
way.
to my
Job.
initiative, right?
Well, he rolled a 1 and he has +0. So
Nice. Way above him.
Yep.
I'm gonna move around blue. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna stab this man in the head. That's
Okay.
not true.
Hell
I'm gonna
yeah.
whip my
Do it.
Gretzky stick around and just take him out from the knees. Well, who knows? Maybe I'll take a big swing and miss. Let's throw one. Big hits. 12 plus 7, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
12 plus 7.
that is definitely a hit.
I want to just whack him right in the knees, and then from there you see a collection of ice growing on his kneecaps, and then it just explodes. And I'm gonna divine smite this man.
Nice.
Is he undead, DM?
He is not.
Is he dead?
Good to know. So I'll roll 2 d8s.
What
Is
about
he
now?
regular dead? That's another good question.
About to be. So that's plus 4. So that is what? I lost it. So that is 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 11 is 23.
Dear God.
Okay.
Fuck this
you-
man.
You blow his knee out. But he like drops to one knee, but he does not go down. Despite like grunting in pain, he like grits his teeth and seems to power through it. And he levels the pistols at you again.
And so
But,
Wayne
that is-
just like flourishes with the Gretzky stick. He's like, whap! And hits him in the knee again. Hits him in the other knee.
It scared me legitimately.
It's a scary thing.
It's a
getting hit
horror
with a
game.
Gretzky stick. Yeah.
It's a horror game. Yo!
17 plus 7.
No.
That's a D10 plus 4, and so that's what 6. I'm gonna divine smite this man again. I want to blow his knees up. I want him to have no
Yes,
knees.
Dude, yes.
We respect
Alright.
it.
Fuck this man.
16 points of damage, blowing his
Okay.
knees out.
It sounds like you were going for the non-lethal option, so you
Yeah.
just destroy both of this man's knees and leave him lying there in the street.
Good. What he deserves.
We'll say that you can kick his guns away from him if you want to like neutralize him from the fight, because he is technically he is going to pass out from the pain because he is below his hit point threshold. So
It's been less than a round, sir.
yeah, he's
He-
not.
He fucked with the wrong ones.
Really
He
did.
really did.
Really did.
He kind of had that
And this is
one like
before
reaction move, and then he used his reaction. So
he like rolled out of the way and he's like, I got him.
yeah, he did have a cool thing where if he missed you with his gun, he could still do half of the damage, which was
Cool.
pretty cool if it would have come up, but it didn't.
Is that a gun
So
thing?
fucking
Can we
cool.
take the guns and do that?
I think
It's
that's
kind of a
a
gun
class.
thing.
Is that a gun thing or a class thing?
Yeah, is that a
He's
gun?
He's not.
thing? Maybe.
We'll get into it. It's fine.
Okay.
We're gonna steal
So-
his stuff.
okay.
It's fine.
I can do a
Always gotta
bonus
hurt the
action.
bodies.
I can do a bonus
Yeah, what do you wanna
action polearm attack, but what I'd like to do is like normally you can replace one attack with a shove. So I'd like to just replace that polearm attack with a shove against blue.
Okay.
I just want
I'll
to
allow
push
it.
him and I want to be like, why don't you get the fuck out of here, buddy?
We would rather not
Right.
beat up a kid. We will, but we
Oh.
would rather not.
Blow your kneecaps out. I don't care how old you are. It's 26.
That is gonna hit for sure. How could it not?
Well, I go to push him and then I dead leg him and then I push him.
Okay, cool. So does he just move 5 feet or how far?
Yeah, he just moves. He moves 5 feet. Just a little
Okay,
shove.
So-
And I end my turn.
Fuck him.
All right. And that means that it is this hairy gentleman's turn. And he is he is not in a great spot, but he is going to try to do some stuff. He is going
Come on,
to,
Jackie.
yeah, I think he's gonna go after. Actually, who would be the most? Probably Max. Yeah, he's gonna try to go mano a mano with Max, which is probably
Johnny, no.
probably not a great.
Oh wait, I
option
just
for him,
realized.
but,
Hold on, DM.
okay.
Is what the red cloak guy did? Is it slashing, piercing, bludgeoning?
It was piercing.
Okay, cool. It was piercing. Okay, I have resistance, so I take half.
I'm pretty
damage for
sure.
that.
Yeah, it's piercing.
Okay.
Okay.
So you don't even take all the bullet damage. You
No,
catch
but
it
you
in your
attack
teeth
me.
and you spit it out like one of those
Come
old
on,
Western
DM,
shows.
come get me.
So what the hairy man is gonna do, Jack Harriman, is going to he's gonna reach into the pocket of his pants, his like dirty breeches, which is his only article of clothing.
Gross.
He pulls out a glove, which he slides over his hand, and what that does as he puts it on is it creates this sort of spectral blade along the side of his arm,
Whoa.
roughly in the shape of an axe
Cool.
head,
That's pretty cool.
which he is going to swing at you a bunch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, come at me.
Very sick.
As he does
Come on
so,
down.
he is going to throw back his head and unleash a primal scream that sounds kind of like Max's primal scream.
Oh my god, we're like twins.
Does this is gonna sound more impressive than it is, but does a 30 hit?
No,
Okay, cool.
of
Um,
course. Of
of
course,
course,
yeah,
of
of course.
of course it does. So in that case, you are going to take 18 points of slashing damage.
Halved,
Yes.
so 9.
So 9. Yep. And then
That was me doing mental math.
okay. Does a 17 hit your armor class currently?
Yes.
Okay.
My armor class is very, very, very low.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. 16 more, so you take 8.
Kind of early to be feeling this ill.
It's fine.
You got a bunch of health.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, I'll be
dude.
fine.
You're good. Cool. You yeah, so that is his turn, pretty much in a nutshell, because he raged and then he attacked twice. Which means we're top of the round. It is the blue kid.
The child.
Blue.
His turn. So the blue child. A child.
A child.
Blue child is gonna turn his attention to you, Wayne. He looks very upset that you shoved him. Kind of like you can see his like fists at his side shaking, and he is going to leap at you
Arthur.
supernaturally quickly
Oh no.
Ah.
and just gonna start pummeling you,
Oh no.
if possible.
What a creepy little child.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we gotta adopt him.
No.
Great.
Absolutely.
We don't
not.
gotta do that.
Max becomes the daddy.
I was about to say that.
Final evolution.
The final
Max is
evolution.
the dad now.
Yeah.
Does an 18 hit you?
That's my armor class, so yeah.
Okay, cool. Good to know. There's the thing. All right, cool. Okay, you're gonna take 7 points of damage.
Owie.
And sorry. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're gonna take that damage that I just said. Does a 13 does not hit. But a 20 hits.
20 does hit.
So you're gonna take 9 more points of damage.
Frig.
And it's an 18 again.
No way.
How many attacks does this
5
Jesus.
points of damage.
Wow.
One could say he attacks you in a flurry.
Monk boy.
Ah, McDonald's.
Maybe. With
Jesus.
the last
Monk
strike,
flurry.
the last strike that he delivers. So he kind of like lands in front of you, and then he just kind of like hits you in your midsection a bunch of times with quick jabs. But the last one, he like hits you, and then he like opens his palm, and you get hit with a blast of cold air,
Oh,
freezing like air. You take 6 cold damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
absolutely, DM. Anything for you. What's my dex save? It's +3. Hey, man, cold is kind of my thing. So
I mean,
these guys really challenging me on my own turf here.
yeah, is really true.
That's a 15.
No.
You are knocked prone.
Shoot!
He knocks you right on your ass.
Blew out my kneecaps.
He's in your head.
It's in my-
All right, cool. Let me spin him to face you. There he is. You're on the ground. You're gonna have to stand up. That's not fun. Nobody likes that. That happened, and Max, you're up.
All right. Now that red dude is down, Max turns, puts his great axe away, and just I'm gonna grapple the child.
Okay,
I'm gonna try to grapple the child.
you can try to do that.
Snatch him.
Just fully snatch him. So how does that work? We make like opposing athletics.
Athletics, or you can make an acrobatics check since he's the one.
Oh, okay, sick. Well, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, he's a monk.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I
Thought I might as
realized
well
that.
throw it out there. I mean, you got a bunch of athletics. You got like +7. You'll be all right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're a big, strong man.
Pretty good.
You
I'm
are
a big strong. I need strong man.
The definition
Very,
of big,
very
strong
strong.
man.
25.
I didn't think you were gonna beat him, but he got a 22. So you
Oh!
are grappling him.
snatched him.
You just fully pick this child up off the ground. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my action, I guess.
Okay. Gonna
Uh,
have to look up what that means.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab. He can still attack. He just,
Yeah.
I think he can move.
Okay.
But
That's
I
fine.
am going to, if possible, I want to like shift him so he's no longer in front of Wayne.
Okay.
So with a grapple, it replaces one of your attacks.
Yeah.
So you can use your second attack.
Can I
To
still
push,
do
I guess?
an
Just-
attack
Just
Or
bite
just-
him.
if I
or
did
just
an
bite the
attack?
shit out of him.
Just bite him.
Or-
Or you could
Yeah.
bite the shit out of him. Yeah.
Grapple
If you wanna
replaces
move
one of
him-
your attacks.
Yeah. If you want to move him, you can replace one of your attacks with that, or you can bite him.
What does your moral compass say you have to do with this child?
Okay,
Who
here
just-
I'm raged though. So
Uh-huh.
as I grab him, I just like I'm just angry and I'm just like stay still and just kind of like bite him and just kind of like
Just like a mother cat would to a baby. Just like stop it.
exactly.
Cut it the fuck
Okay. So
out.
you're not
Primal
so you're not
instinct
shoving
takes
him-
over.
not
No.
shoving him, and you are biting, but you're not biting to do damage.
No, I'm just kind of trying to. If I'm able to knock him out, great. If not, I'm just trying to like.
You're doing non-lethal.
Yeah, I'm doing non-lethal.
you can-
Here's my question: can I try to restrain him with my jaws? Can I do grapple and restrain at the same time?
I mean,
What
I'd
is the
say
flow
that like
chart?
you can. Yeah, I don't think there's a 5e flowchart. I think you can like just say you're grappling him with your mouth instead of with like your arms.
That is a
Well-
feat that you can take.
Okay.
Restraining?
So
you-
you could just, for flavor, you could say that you could grab him with your teeth.
Well, I know that like restrained is like an actual condition
Yeah.
where like they can't
Yeah.
attack
Yeah.
either.
I
So
assume that's where they're
that's a
like.
feat. That's a,
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
You have to take a
Okay.
feat to restrain someone? That is ridiculous.
well, you can do. It's like grappler, so you can do an attack, so you
Yeah.
can grapple him, and then you can restrain him. So it's like a two-part thing. Otherwise, you can just
Yeah.
grapple him.
So we can say that you're grappling with your mouth. That's totally fine. You can still like shove him, quote unquote, if you want, and just move him,
Okay, then yeah, I'll just do that.
or you can just bite him.
Yeah,
I-
just chew.
just chew the child. No, I'll like grab him and like then like swap my giant jaws on him and then just kind of like
That's a good freeze. This is a very good
Excellent freeze.
Amazing.
And I
The
I wasn't
best.
fast enough. I was
You
like,
didn't get
"Can I
it.
screen cap it? I didn't.
You're gonna have
I
to
mean, I can go
rewind
back
it.
to the. I'll just
Yeah.
pause the VOD. Yeah, we'll get it. Don't worry.
Excellent.
Oh, it's still there.
Yeah. Raf's still there. Hey, Raf, you might have to do the refresh.
R.I.P.
Marie Fresh.
Mary Fresh. My new D&D character's name, Mary Fresh.
Yeah, there you go.
it's just Video Ninja.
Well, you're actually you
Anyway.
were just too violent and couldn't handle it.
They're like censored.
So
Yeah,
you can make an athletics check.
to move him.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to throw him. I'm gonna try to keep him
Right.
grappled. Okay. You're saying
Yeah,
another
with
athletic check.
shove you can move. You can push it 5 feet away or knock it prone.
Okay, but I don't want to let go. Does that make sense?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll make another athletics check. You said I captain.
Ooh.
This time's only 14.
Got a 15.
Rip.
So I mean, that just means that like he's putting up too much of a fight for you to really like move him around. Like you're
Wait!
very focused on.
Hold on, DM. I'm so sorry to do this to you. I'm
No,
so
you're fine.
sorry to do this to you. I get an advantage on
Not
strength
me.
checks, so I get
Okay.
to roll again.
That
I
makes a lot of sense.
forgot. I'm raged, DM. I'm raged.
That's true.
I rolled a 12, so does
Heck yeah.
Same
No,
result.
does not matter.
It
Okay,
does
cool.
not matter.
So yeah, he's just putting up too much of a fight. He's too feisty. You kind of have to use all of your strength to just sort of hold him in place,
Yeah.
because he is
Sam's
not
like-
showing any signs of submitting.
Okay.
Kelly.
Okay.
You're up.
So it's my turn. I want to do a touch spell attack. I'm going to use one of the advantages from the pool because I am getting the sense that Roll20 and I might not be on good terms currently. So
Okay.
I was right. I was
Nice.
correct. But with that 14, that makes a 19 to do a touch attack on yellow.
Okay. That's good.
Does 19?
19 definitely hits for a touch attack. Yes.
Okay, cool. So what Kelly does is she just reaches out and reaches up and grabs him by the face. And she just like looks at him and she's just like, you shouldn't have done it. And she's gonna use inflict wounds.
Nice.
Ooh.
Awesome.
Nice.
So that's gonna
Ah.
be 3d10 of necrotic damage.
Okay. I don't think he has anything that can make that suck less for him.
So that's 18 points of necrotic damage.
Wow.
And then as she lets go, and she grabs his face, does that, and as she lets go, the spiritual weapon is going to also try to whack him.
Nice.
Cool.
Dude, sick. Ah, I love magic.
Man, magic's so cool.
It's so cool.
That's a 21 to hit. So I think that also hits.
Yeah, that definitely hits.
And
All this energy damage. Don't you know he's a barbarian?
you know,
He can
The
only
perfect
resist.
person.
He can only resist bashing, piercing, and slashing.
Flashing.
And
it's almost
stop.
as if I've gotten familiar.
he says, "No, you're cheating."
It's okay. He only takes 3 points of damage from the glowing marble.
That's fine. Max stops raging for a second and is like, "Actually, he's right. You are cheating."
Actually,
Just smacks him
all right, cool.
with the marble. But yeah, so that's Kelly's turn. Just grabs his face, does that, and then as she lets go, just
Very good. Very good turn. Hunter.
Hunter is going to be shooting a couple of arrows at the hairy man, since the others
Yes,
are
yes,
dealing
yes.
with the child.
John
Jack Harriman.
Jack Harriman.
So,
Man. Harry man.
Hey man, show some
It's a
respect.
family name.
so
Very
the first
family.
one definitely doesn't hit, because I'm
True.
pretty sure it doesn't hit. That would be 12 and then a 23.
The 23 hits for sure. The 12 just barely misses.
Okay. All right, so that is I can never do math. 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay, but it is piercing, so he's not going to take 11 points of damage.
Nope. Alas.
Alas. All right. Very good. Bonus actions, anything you want to do?
Not for the moment.
Okay. Good. Do you have there's technically a thing that makes it so
Yeah,
you
do you
don't
have
take
Hunter's Mark?
attacks. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. That's not it.
That is a good
Well, there's-
question.
What is it?
There is Hunter's Mark. That's a thing. That's good to ask.
Yeah, that is a thing. But
My mark.
I do not believe I have that.
Okay. I use the me
don't
mark.
take damage.
Yeah, because you're technically in melee, but when you're shooting your bow. But I'm assuming you have that.
I
Okay.
assumed
Well,
Hunter
you
was
killed.
just a little bit further away.
Yeah, that's
just 5 feet
entirely
further
possible.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible.
A little bit further.
You're kind of between squares at the moment. Who really knows which one you're in?
Exactly. Who knows?
Exactly. Right. You killed the man in the red coat. I mean, he's not dead, but that means it's Wayne's turn.
It's just never gonna walk again.
We're just gonna
Yeah,
question.
he's
It's fine.
Literally never gonna walk again.
He's never gonna walk again. Wayne just turns to this little boy and he says, "You really should have fucked off, bud."
Really.
Send one attack his way.
Yo!
Is this
That's
He's getting-
16. That hit?
is getting knocked on his ass by this little boy the closest thing to angry Wayne's ever been?
Oh yeah, dude. Should have fucked
I was gonna
off.
say that was
bud.
a tone.
Yeah.
Was the 16 hit?
16 almost certainly hits. I mean, I guess he doesn't take a penalty or anything because he's grappled, but 16 still hits. Yeah.
Sick. I'm gonna use all my spell slots on these guys. I'm just gonna whack him with this shit.
No! That's my son.
No, fuck this kid.
We
That's
don't
9
have to
points of damage. I'm gonna hit him again. Whack whack.
Not for long.
17.
That's a hit.
That's
yeah.
another. That's another whack. That's
Oh
14
my
points
God.
of damage. I'm gonna hit him again with my bonus
All
action.
right. Just
And I
beat the
think-
shit out of this kid.
I think it's just a D4. I think it's just a D4.
It is, yeah, but I don't think that hits.
No, fuck it. I want that to hit. So I'm gonna use my what's it called? Fuck, what is it called? Channel Divinity. And add +10 to this attack. Cause fuck this little boy.
Fuck
That
this
does it.
little boy.
You can see as the Gritsky stick is whipping around, it's almost like the breeze catches up and just pushes the stick up into his gut. It hits him with one last D4 damage.
It's not me, it's the stick. I can't.
Sorry
And
there,
this
bud.
child
Fucking-
joined the wrong gang, sold a man into slavery up in the undead, so you know
Fucking
he's gonna-
windy. Fucking windy down here, bud. So it's 9
Underground.
plus 14 is 23, plus another 4 is 27 points of damage.
Okay, so is that 27 total for the round?
27 total.
Okay, cool. All right.
Attack,
Oh.
bonus action.
Very, very good. Big damage. He is still on you. He like spits at you. He like spits on your Gritsky stick and it freezes
Oh,
instantly.
boy. This little boy.
Still has not said any actual words, but he's getting his point across. The
This
man with the
teenager
axe
is-
attached to his arm. He is up and he looks pissed,
Yeah.
as you can imagine.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
he looks real angry.
got a problem.
Yeah, he does. He does have a problem.
Okay.
Yeah. So Max is holding this kid, so that means that he is gonna turn his attention elsewhere. Max is, or this gentleman is gonna now try to attack Kelly.
That's fair considering what I just did to him.
Rude.
Yeah, he's very mad about it. So he's gonna haul back his arm and swing the axe at you. 20 hit.
Sure does. Go ahead.
All right. It's gonna be 10 points of damage. 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Well, as soon as he does that,
It's 17 actually. 17 points of slashing damage. Sorry, but
Okay.
yes, go on.
let's mark that down. So as soon as he does that, my reaction will kick in, which is the Wrath of the Storm, which is when a creature hits me with an attack, I can use my reaction to cause the creature to make a dex saving throw. So he'll take, see if he halves the damage.
He rolled a natural 20. Sorry.
Okay.
Jesus.
That's fine. Because where's the other thing?
You can blame Justin. It's the lighthouse. You got the lighthouse.
Likes to kill me.
It's all your fault, Justin.
That's fine because then where's the other thing? Okay. So he's gonna take. So what I'm going to choose to do in that case with my channel divinity destructive wrath is he would have had to have taken max damage, which would have been 16 points of electricity, but he'll take automatically half of that. So he will take 8 points of electricity damage for
Okay.
striking me.
He will take all of it though.
Nice.
Cheat magic.
very-
That's
good.
what matters.
Cheating with magic. Cool. So he attacks you twice. That's, I think, pretty much all he can do, actually. Which means little boy blue
Little boy blue.
is up and ready, and looks very mad, very angry. So he's gonna kind of like wiggle himself around and focus all of his fury on Max, who is currently restraining him
So
Uh,
what I
in an effort
what I imagine is
in an
like,
effort to
you know, when kids like bite their nails and they have those like little sharp nubs.
Oh,
That's what I
yeah.
imagine he's just scratching him with.
Yeah, for sure. He is not fighting particularly in like a particularly disciplined way.
Mhm.
He's just like a furious little
Feral.
ball of rage. Yeah, he's basically feral at this point.
Much like
Basically
his
feral
papa.
at this
I
point.
was gonna say perfect for your child.
I know. It's perfect.
Very
okay.
fitting. 19 does hit. I know your armor class is very low.
Oh, he's attacking me?
Mhm.
Oh yeah. Fully.
Okay.
Rebelling. It's at that
yeah.
age.
Yeah, very mad. 4 bludgeoning damage.
So 2.
That's also a hit. 7 bludgeoning damage.
So 4.
That's a miss. And that's a hit. 7 more bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
So 4.
And that last strike is infused with a very biting cold energy. You take 7 cold damage, and I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, nah.
Oh no.
Oh no! Clear!
My dex is so bad, DM. How dare you make me roll a dex save? Wait, my dex
This
save?
isn't offensive. Raph's partner is British.
No, it's offensive. To him.
To him.
specifically.
To him. Only to him.
To him specifically.
14.
14, not gonna cut it. He hits you with this blast of cold
God, I'm
energy
proud of
and
him.
similarly knocks you on your ass and you drop him. You let him go. He is free.
I drop him?
I mean, you get knocked prone. I think so. I think that's fair to say.
Yes.
He
I'm just teasing you.
he's wily.
He's a wild little.
What can I say?
Can't wait
But
to
that
pick him
does
up.
take his whole turn. He can't move or anything. And it's your turn, actually. You're just
Okay, yeah,
prone.
I stand up.
Cool.
I stand up and
Just, like, loom
I
over him.
yeah, I
Real
take half
slow.
my movement and I stand up and I just
Nice.
Nice.
and I just say, I don't like kids. And then I'm going I'm just going to I'm just gonna punch him.
Good.
Nice.
I'm also
Yep.
gonna bite him.
This is the moment we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
This kid is gonna make all of you snap.
For real.
This
Okay,
child.
yeah,
Wayne has never been more angry than he is in this moment.
I'm going to recklessly attack, punch him. This is bite first, recklessly attack. That's a nat 20.
That
and then I'm
hits.
also going to punch him, which is also recklessly. Does a 25 hit?
Yes.
And then I'm also going to bonus action punch him too. I don't do this recklessly. I don't know if I do.
Okay.
Do I still use my regular attack proficiency? Or
I believe
For-
so, yeah.
but
for a
just
bite?
not the bone for the damage is just
Right. So for your damage with a punch, it doesn't do your modifier. You just do whatever your strength
Right.
is. So like, there's nothing to roll. You just do whatever your strength is. Also, if you are reckless attacking, all of your attacks are reckless. You can choose not
Oh.
to roll it at advantage, but they're all even your reaction would also be
Oh.
reckless.
Okay. Well, okay, so a nat 20
Actually,
wow. Does a 15 hit him?
It does not.
Okay, so I missed the last one, but with my
Yeah.
So my bite. Okay, bite is a nat 20. And my bite is. And
I like
then
how you're
a-
punching him because you're like, oh, I don't want to kill him, but like your first attack was just straight up biting him.
mhm.
It can be
We need
a
to knock this kid
non-lethal
out.
bite. We can just knock the kid out.
I'm just knocking him out.
Okay.
Non-lethally rip his
Do it.
throat out.
Non-lethally bite his jugular. Oh my god, I rolled a 1. 11 damage for my bite, which is absolutely
Okay.
disgusting.
I'm
And
so
then
ashamed.
I'm
Yeah.
so ashamed, honestly, truly and deeply. And then my punch is uh 10 damage.
Okay.
Wow,
that punch did almost as much as your bite.
total. Yeah.
Wow.
I realized my strength and I just like pull back the bite at the last second and I just kind of like graze him
Right,
with my
because you don't want
teeth.
to hurt him.
Right, I don't want to kill him.
Just a gentle, like,
but
We-
just the gentle 21 damage.
You
Like
want to scare
Dracula.
him into submission so you can adopt him and carry him around for the rest of the game.
Exactly.
Take him back to
21
town to
damage
live
is a
with Robin.
lullaby where I come from.
Yeah. And
good,
I want
good.
to, if it's possible,
you're not
I
done.
just excuse you, DM.
Oh,
I want to look down. I want to look down on him, and say, I just want to say, give up. Everyone else is already down. I know Harry Man's not, but he's about to be. So.
Yeah, he points. He doesn't say anything still, but he like points to the hairy man as if to say like, no.
You're next if you don't stand down right now, boy.
All right.
Boy.
You
Boy.
threaten this child.
Boy,
And it's
the
Kelly's turn.
child.
it's me and this man.
Yeah.
Does he look particularly wise?
His eyes have a certain like depth to them. Like you get the sense that he's seen a lot and he's lived a lot of life.
Mm-hmm.
Here you are, mono a hairy mono.
Well, it's the question of risking if he can pass my wisdom check or knowing that he's not going to take all the damage I deal with.
I mean, you don't
Risk.
get the impression he's particularly wise. Like if you're, he kind of reminds you of Max. Do with that what you will.
Hey,
I guess yes. Can you give me a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, I can do that. He didn't roll a nat 20 this time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he definitely fails.
What's definitely? Give me a number.
Like a 7. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, he fails.
Yes.
Okay, then that means Toll the Dead worked. So he's gonna take 2d8s of necrotic damage, and what it's gonna look like is so he cut me with that thing with his little horrible blade wrist thing. I electrocuted him, and Kelly just like looks at him, and she just kind of like cocks her head at him, and when she hits the angle, he hears just him hears the ominous bells, but I think they meant
Boom, 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 boom.
roll 20 is broken again.
That's fine.
Do we want to count that 15 as an 8?
Plus 8 is 14 is 20.
Probably. I mean, it rolled 3d8 on the screen.
It should have only rolled 2.
It's doing the
Oh, well,
weird
that's fine. Just-
exclamation point thing again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, I can't actually see the notation.
Yeah, because it
it's
says
like a
it says
full view
rolling
on my end. So
Yeah, it says rolling 2d8, and then randomly there's 2
Okay.
exclamation points at the end. So let's just call that.
Well,
I think it's
Yeah,
a
let's
6
just
and
call
an
that
8
15 and
for
8.
the first two to roll.
let's do it.
Yeah, so just call 14 more points of damage, and then bonus action. I'm gonna roll with the spiritual weapon to see if I hit him. That's an 18 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
So that's going to be one more d8 of force damage.
Did you roll D8s?
Yeah.
I think those were D12s.
But the instruction, if you look, it says right there d8. So I don't know what Roll20 is doing.
If the target is missing any of its hit points, it instead takes D12s.
Oh.
Yeah.
I rolled d8.
For Toll
and
of
you
the
say-
Dead.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes 2D12 damage.
So I didn't roll enough.
You can roll 2d12 and we can just add whatever the difference is. You got a 14. You did 14 damage, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled pretty well either way.
Yeah, so just roll 2d12
Yeah.
and then we'll just add the difference.
16.
Takes 2 more
16.
points of damage.
Sick.
Nice.
So it takes 16 points of necrotic damage. The bells, I imagine, to it sound more like what it sounds like when the dead come down on their wagons than actual like church
Oh,
bells.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The rumble of engines.
And then as he's kind of like dealing with that, the spiritual weapon marble clocks him in the back of the head for another 8 points of damage.
Yeah. Yeah, he is starting to look pretty messed up, unfortunately for him. Hunter, you're up.
And we know what Hunter is doing, because that is shooting
do.
some arrows at the hairy man in the hopes of taking him down.
The hairy man.
Right. One of his business cards that says Jack Harriman just floats to the pavement.
Amazing. Amazing. All right, so that is a 19 and a 24.
Hell yeah.
I mean, they both hit.
Cool.
What is his profession as denoted on the business card?
On the business
Yes.
card.
Out of curiosity.
What does he do when
Hairy
he's
man.
not?
He's a hairy man. It serves the role of
Yeah.
hair.
Jack Harriman, comma, hairy man.
Amazing.
Business, man. I'm not a business man.
All
He's a
right.
corporation.
So that is
COO.
I can do math. That should be 19 in total.
Okay, cool. So that's going to be halved because he is still technically raging. You said 19?
Yep.
Cool. Oof. 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 All right. Okay. Wayne.
Let's beat this man up.
The
The
child?
child or the man?
Let's beat this boy up, I should say.
Is he actually a child or is he a teenager? Like, how old is he?
He's early
he's-
teens is what I was told.
Oh, frig.
Yes, he's early teens.
He was
I got
like
a 9.
13, 14. He's a middle schooler.
Oh, he's too wily. You can't hit him.
I got a 9.
He's in your head.
It's in my head, man. Bonus action.
Does it matter that he's on the
I got
ground?
a 25.
You guys prone.
What?
He's
He's not
prone?
prone. Max
Yeah,
is
he's not
prone.
Oh, Max is prone. No, Max got up.
I got it.
Well, okay, Max was prone, but
He takes 1 point of damage. DM. How do you feel about that? Is he dead yet?
Nobody's
And I'd like to
laughing
do
at
that non-lethally, please.
okay. All right, you do that non-lethally. He is 100% laughing at you, though. He is in
Shit.
that way that only teenagers can.
How hurt does he look, DM? Does he look pretty hurt?
He looks pretty hurt, but like he could be more hurt. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Frig. I'm not gonna waste my spell slot on this little boy. Come and get me, little boy.
Yeah,
Take me down.
Come
right.
get me, little boy.
I'm hard to kill.
Axe. There's an axe arm coming at you, Kelly. Born of desperation. But that is not good. Well, actually, no. Sorry, that is still an 18.
Okay.
Is that gonna hit?
1 second. How does dodging work?
An action.
It's an action that you have to take on your
Mhm.
turn.
Okay, so it's not like a reaction thing.
Only if you're a monk, right?
Okay,
No.
The bonus.
Yeah, you can spend a
action.
key point if you're a monk.
gotcha. Okay, then he hits me.
Okay. He hits you, and you're gonna take you're gonna take 17 points of slashing damage.
Whoa.
Okay.
How you looking?
I'm at 13 out of 47.
Okay, I'm coming in.
Could
You
be
take,
worse. I have options.
You take 13 more points of slashing damage.
exactly 13.
Exactly 13.
That's
He rolled,
fine.
I'm not gonna tell you what he rolled.
Uh,
He did get a 15 to attack you though. So
Then he missed. My armor
no,
class
sorry,
is
a
16.
15 plus his bonus. He got a 15 on the die.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. It's like
Gotcha,
it's a
gotcha.
22, I think, to hit. So you were at 0,
Okay.
which
I'm
You're
at
not
0,
dying.
but before I go down, I'm not dying, but also I can do that Wrath of the Storm thing twice, and I'm just
Okay.
petty enough to do it the second time.
Nice.
So can you
is
make
it
me another
a-
dex save?
Yeah, that's a reaction, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, another deck save. Here we go. He fails categorically.
I cannot do the thing where I force him to take max damage, so I do have to roll for how much he's going to take.
Okay.
So on the way down, he's going to take another 8 points of electricity damage as
Nice.
Kelly
He had
hits.
7 hit points left.
Fuck him!
So did Kelly do that on the first attack before he did the 13 points of damage?
I got the impression it was the second attack.
That's
I
fair.
did not choose
That's
to do the petty action until after the second one.
That's
So
Yeah.
we both go down, but he
Uh,
goes down harder.
He does, and you take him with you. So he hits you with his axe, and you drop, bleeding, presumably very heavily. But at the same time, you electrocute him a lot, and
Yeah.
he drops to the ground with
Yeah,
smoke rising from his hairy self.
Yeah, I imagine
hairy man.
as the second swing goes in, I like grab his wrist and electrocute him before I lose consciousness.
Definitely.
It's like in Legend of
So
Zelda
he's-
when you hit an electric choo-choo.
It's exactly
like
that.
that.
So you do that. He drops to the ground. It is this little blue lad's turn. First thing he's gonna do is he's actually gonna pull out what looks like from inside his tunic thing. He's gonna pull out what looks like a canister of some kind. And you see that it's emitting, even though it's just a metal canister, it's emitting a soft blue light. But on the outside of it, it has these like blue motes swirling around it. And it looks familiar because it looks exactly like the engine on Eddie's car,
The meat wagon?
the meat wagon.
Meat wagon.
And as he pulls it out, he basically just like shoves one end of it in his mouth and then just like inhales all of that blue light into his body. And he starts quivering and vibrating even faster than he was before.
Oh,
dear God.
And what he is gonna do is as follows.
What a little freak.
I know, right? He is kind of a little freak. That's a great point.
Are you sure you want this one? We can find you another orphan.
That's my son you're talking about, okay?
All right.
Leave him alone.
He is actually going to move a bunch. And he is going to move to here, which means that you can attack him
Yes, please.
Wayne.
Absolutely.
I can attack him too, right? He leaves my
Yeah, he did leave your threat meter, so you can
Nice.
both attack him.
I'm all baited. Actually, I'm just gonna attack him normally. Actually, it would be bite. Oh, I'm angry.
That is a fat 12, DM.
He's in your
Can't
head, man. He's
Think
in your fucking
straight. I
head.
can't swing
He
straight.
got you fucked up. He used ice
up
on
in
you.
my
That's
head.
your thing.
That's
How
my
fucking dare
thing.
he?
You got
22.
the yips, my dude.
At the yeah.
22 hits. You bite him as
Nice.
he moves away from you.
Okay.
Zowie, zowie.
11 damage.
We got baited so hard.
We got you baited
You
by a
did.
fucking
So
memer
hard.
middle school boy.
so
Jebaited.
hard.
Jebaited.
But
This man is like
now that
whispering
he's-
Fortnite memes under his breath as he runs away.
it's true though.
He's like, it's
So
Morbin
now that
time.
he-
It's like, it's Morbin
Jesus.
time.
now that he is standing where he is, his body, like where it's quivering, and that blue vapor that was like escaping his mouth this whole time is like
Oh no.
there's much more of it. There's much more of it just sort of pouring out of him, and he all of that light kind of like starts to travel down his body, down his arms, and into his hands, and he basically just like clasps them in front of himself, and then just fully shoves them straight out, and
Oh, boy.
blasts all of you with a 60-foot cone of
Cold.
very cold air.
I'm cold.
Well, that's
Of
an
cold.
automatic fail
Yeah.
on one of my death saves.
Yeah, it
Insult to
is.
injury.
Do we do like a save or anything like that, or is it just like an instant?
You will, yeah. You'll do
Oh.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's a con save.
Thank
That's
God.
Better.
It is a con save.
That's better for me.
Does he hit the little hairy man?
Yeah,
He's
but the
killing
Harryman's
his fr-
essentially
He's killing
dead.
his friend?
Listen, he's a teenager. He doesn't care. He doesn't have any friends.
How do I
He just
del-
plays
That was my
Fortnite.
DM.
How do I delete a token? I'm trying to delete my spiritual
And I
weapon.
play Fortnite, and I have
I can.
friends.
You have to drag it down to the little trash can that appears at the bottom.
Eh. So I was gonna say I'm unconscious.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it goes away. There it goes.
What'd you guys get? What'd you get on your con saves?
Oh,
I haven't rolled yet.
Okay.
19.
16.
Okay.
7.
It's okay. You haven't taken
Kelly, what'd you
damage.
Yes, I have. I got shot.
Oh, that is true. You got shot.
Yeah,
shot
you
with
got
a
shot.
gun.
I thought I just automatically failed my death save. Do I
Bullets.
actually have to roll a con
You
save?
do. I was just being funny. I was just being funny.
I was gonna say I'll fucking roll it if you want me to roll it, but like
No.
I
No,
already
you're-
marked
you're
down
fine.
that I
Unconscious.
failed.
Rolls out of the way.
Yeah, you're unconscious. 34 points of cold damage to you.
Hmm?
Fine, folks. Halved for
Everybody.
Max and Wayne.
Still alive.
34?
Yes.
Am I alive?
Max and Wayne, you take half of that. Hunter, how are you doing?
I'm not doing great. I am at 7 hit points,
Well, you're
I'm
alive.
also
but I am alive.
on the verge of death.
You're fine. You're all fine. This child is
Yeah,
really
totally.
doing
This
numbers.
child-
Child
Yeah,
is
really messing
going
us up.
down.
And let's see. What did he do? He moved, and then he did that.
He did some whippets.
He like
He did
yeah.
do some whippets.
You did have some wins.
He is going to, after doing that,
Oh boy.
he's gonna flip you off
What?
and turn around and run away.
Yep.
How far? How far, DM? Bet I'm about to catch this fool.
40 feet. So he gets to there.
40 more feet. Hunter, shoot this man in the back of the head.
I-
Sorry, excuse me. Shoot this boy in the back of the
Uh,
head.
this boy. Yeah, it is actually Max's turn.
35, 40. I can't catch up to him.
Can
Yeah.
you throw an axe at him?
Yeah, actually. Good point.
Move
Yeah,
your whole
okay.
speed and then throw the axe.
Absolutely, I will. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. And I'll throw 2 axes.
Okay.
Yeah, where are my
Birds.
birds? Actually, they can't really attack.
Dispersed.
You sent them away.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent them away. They can't really do much
They're
anyway.
hanging upside down from the ceiling.
Also, DM, while I'm running towards this child, I just like, as I lunge for, like, as I start running, I just fall forward and I'm just like on all fours, just like, foo, foo.
A
It's like
good and
jumping
terrifying
over
mental.
tables and shit.
We'd
Yeah,
love to see it.
absolutely.
He doesn't
Love
look.
it. Monster
He doesn't
energy.
look excited about that. You see his like eyes widen as he looks back at you. He
like,
doesn't
"What
look
the-"
excited about this.
He
He's
shouldn't
like,
have
yeah.
listened to this.
Fuckers! And then he turns around and sees you.
He shouldn't have listened to this gang
shit.
leader. He got involved in this
Yeah.
gang, and now he's gonna.
Now he's
learn
gonna
a lesson.
die.
Absolutely reckless attack this fool. Actually, can I reckless attack? Doesn't matter. 26 on both. Let me double check if I can reckless attack non-melee.
I would
Nope,
think
Just
you could.
attacks.
No.
So
Yeah, I would think so.
26 for the first axe, 21 for the second one.
Those both hit.
Luckily, perfect. Luckily for him, my axes don't do as much damage as some of my other stuff. So, first axe does 10 damage. Second axe does 9 damage.
Jeez Louise.
I just like as I'm like running up to him on all fours, and at the last second, just like stand up and just like
Well,
and just throw him at.
he had 17 hit points.
Nice. And
So
I-
you throw 2 axes into this
I-
kid's
I
back,
say
and he
stay
drops.
Still.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, he's bleeding out. He's not going anywhere.
Those were lethal.
So-
No, I'm just joking. I wouldn't
Did
have
you add
You-
your
I
rage
don't know. You
damage?
can
to
non-lethally
that?
throw axes.
I did. Oh, I did. I've been adding +2. Don't you worry. And
Should I roll my death
Ah.
safe?
You probably should. I mean, I'm assuming somebody else can like oh yeah, it is your turn. Yeah, I guess so. You've
Yeah.
lost 1. You'll be fine, but I guess roll it.
I
Unless you
just
roll
out
a
of
one.
curiosity.
Just don't roll in that one.
Just don't roll a 1.
Yeah.
Use
Don't roll a
advantage.
1.
That's not a
13's
1.
the same.
Oh,
I got a 13, so I'm fine.
close.
13's the same.
Julia is the only one who has actually had the tokens. All right, cool. Great. Okay, well this fight is over. This child, you have the child. You have the frozen over body of the hairy man. And in fact, an unexpected side effect of whatever breathing thing, or not breathing thing, whatever blast of magical cold this kid did before he ran away. Both the man in the red coat and the hairy man are frozen statues.
Really?
Nice.
Guess we're not
Yep.
questioning them.
Yeah.
A creature killed by this spell becomes a frozen statue until it thaws.
Oh. I
Nice.
would like to also go over to Kelly.
Yeah, I
and,
was gonna say Hunter is
wait,
also running over
10,
to do
10
cure
points of
wounds.
healing.
Yeah.
10 points of healing. You
Okay.
save that spell slot, don't you?
Okay.
Or you
Yeah.
can also use it. Why not? Who am I to say?
I
I'm up.
scoop the child in my jaws and just start like
Ooh.
hoofing it back.
Nice.
I regain consciousness. I sit up and I just see that Max coming back with this child. I'm like, what are you
Sitting like
doing?
a dog, like dumps the child in front of you, just like
Just because I adopted one doesn't mean I'm adopting a second one. I
Mhm.
technically didn't even adopt that one.
Yeah.
That is very fair. So where are you taking these friends until they awaken from unconsciousness and or thaw out? Hunter,
them
you do
back.
remember that you had an appointment.
Yes. Yeah, so Hunter would definitely be like, I think the clock is starting to run out.
You know, here's the thing. We don't need to fuck with these guys at all, right? Like, if we're getting out of here, let's just say we're never coming back. Just drop the kid and let's go.
We should just tie him up, bring him back to Madame Sidori's.
Yeah, but then
Why,
that's,
so
then
Mira
they're
can
gonna
let them out?
become a problem of Madame Siduri's. I mean,
Just leave them here.
we
We
don't need to
told-
bring more problems into her house.
We told them exactly what was going to happen, and exactly what we told them did.
Happened.
Yeah.
And we got
Well,
baited
but-
and outsmarted, and we don't need to fuck with these boys anymore. Let's get the heck out of here.
Let's
You-
at least tie him up so they don't wake up and bother other people.
Those guys are
I pick up my
popsicles.
axe. I rip
Yeah,
my
you
axes
can-
out of the
You
14-year-old
can tie the kid
child.
up.
If you want to tie him up and waste the rope, you can waste the rope.
I mean, I
They're-
think they'll just get out of it and they'll do whatever they're going to do, but hopefully they've learned their lesson, especially that one points to the kid.
Yeah.
Listen,
Look.
listen. Even if they thaw out, this one's never walking again, and he was the one in charge. And he's gonna wake up with fucked up knees, still not knowing who the fuck we are.
Can
That
we
is
leave
true.
him a note?
No.
Says,
That's the point,
"Fuck
Max.
you."
Wayne,
Oh.
Wayne writes down a note that says "fuck you," and then he folds it over and he puts it into the blue kid's shirt, just like
A
sticking out of his
little
collar.
origami.
Good.
It's a Gritsky stick.
Why are you so mad?
Cute.
I'm not mad.
Perfect.
What are you mad? I'm fine.
I'm not mad.
Wait, can we search the kid?
Oh, that's true. We do want to rob him.
Yeah, let's rob
Can
their
we loot the
asses.
bodies?
Yeah.
Loot the bodies.
If you want to rob them, you can. You can take what they have on them, and we'll get into that probably off
Yeah,
the
that's
air because I
fine.
don't want to go
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
much longer.
And the
Yeah.
guns.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
gun, the
I'll
actual
give you
gun.
everything. Give you everything they got on them. Cool. So yeah, you're leaving them here to reconcile with the consequences of their actions when they awaken / thaw. Thaw out.
Yeah.
Maybe turn.
Um,
I don't know if anybody's here, but we're in like the town square and just gonna be like, if
Yeah.
anybody ever got fucked over by the hanged men, here they are.
Nice.
good move.
Somebody else can take
yeah,
care
I
of
mean,
them.
People definitely like ducked out of the way when the fight started. Actually, the square was deserted when you got here, presumably because people were like, "Oh shit, something's gonna happen," but because it was a trap. But now, yeah, you can kind of see people starting to like creep forward a little bit here and there and like stick their heads out. You see like Clemp take down the covering on his stall and kind of like take a cautious look around. Gives you a little wave with his tentacle fingers.
Hey, bud.
Cool. And you head back to Madame Siduri's, presumably.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just gonna head back, and as we walk back, Kelly will say to Hunter, "It's like, well, since our guide is now sold up and is probably heading up to the surface faster than we will, I guess we can reevaluate your option."
I mean, it kind of seems like we're out of options. Except for that.
Let's go back to Mira's place of work and see her boss.
Okay.
Kelly's not gonna
You,
hold it against her, honestly. She gets
You
it.
walk back into the you walk back into the parlor and there's the red door which is closed. But Hunter, you can open it.
Yep, just walk up and open it. And Hunter's
same
moving like very
thing.
purposefully, like they're not hesitating
Okay.
at all.
Cool. So you all step in. The three of you, you see the afore described room. Pillows and cushions sort of littering the ground. A small stage at one end. That sort of pool of water in the middle that's emitting the only real light source in the room. But that's all you see.
Madame Sidaru, we're ready.
Is this the pool that we came from?
I don't think so.
Oh, good. And from the web-covered ceiling above you, you see a leg, a long, slender leg descend, followed by 7 more, and the
No,
body
wait.
of
No violence.
the body of Madame Siduri.
No
Madame
violence.
Siduri reveals herself in her true form.
You
Are
couldn't.
you sure about the no violence rule?
You couldn't have mentioned this part. Just a hey, by the way. Just an in passing.
I see you're in a hurry.
Might bit.
We can begin whenever you want.
Begin what? Hunter, what the fuck is this?
It's our way of getting where we need to go.
If you want to move among the dead, you'll need to be the dead, at least for a little while.
How do we know we can trust?
It's the only way you won't arouse suspicion.
Fair point.
I was
Fair
gonna say Hunter's
point.
looking to
What?
Kelly at that, like, and just seeing what her reaction is.
It eliminates any chance that we had of trying to find any of my old allies. But it does. It does
Oh, I
mean
think
they
you
won't
might be
look-
surprised, dear.
That is not news that I wanted to hear.
What about my birds?
What about them?
Are they also going to die?
No. No, they have other ways of going unnoticed.
Are they gonna go through my body? Okay, you know what?
I don't know if she has all the answers.
It's fine.
She seems like she's got a lot, but I don't know if she's got
Fine.
that. You might need to consult a medical professional.
Oh, PC.
Your primary care physician,
Yeah.
which I guess is Wayne. So
Yeah. Wayne.
I don't want to hold you up any longer. So, who wants to go first?
I will.
Very well.
Watch. And run if you have to.
She moves over to Max and she says, "Try not to move too much, dear."
I never moved.
And similarly to how she disappeared into the ceiling the night before, Hunter, she lifts off of her feet, which then pick Max up as if he weighed almost nothing,
Yeah.
And start-
watch, and run if you need to. Run if you need to.
As you're saying this, Max, they start spinning you around and encasing you in webbing.
Okay.
Until you are fully covered head to toe. And they set you very gently down on the floor and look around expectantly and say, "Who's next?" And one by one, you all get cocooned in this webbing. It's a very, very strange experience. At first, it's obviously very dark and very constricting, but as you are laying there, you feel your heartbeat start to slow. And you get a little bit colder by degrees every moment, but you don't lose any awareness of yourself or where you are. It's a strange and jarring feeling, to put it mildly. And you hear Madame Siduri speaking a little muffled through the casings around you. She says, "Now, you need to be careful, dears, when you walk amongst the dead. If you get hurt, your bodies will heal themselves. But healing magic is for the living. So be cautious."
Why didn't we heal before we did this?
Yeah. Shit.
And on that note, I think we'll end the session.
Sick.
Awesome.
Sick nasty.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Super good. Good work, everybody.
good.
When
When you say heal yourself, do you mean eventually back to your full HP?
Like if you're short
Or-
rest.
so the cocoon is gonna count as a long rest. So
Sick.
Awesome.
Thank God.
Um,
Oh no.
it is gonna take a little while. I count it as a long rest. That is our show, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for another exciting session of Class Reunion. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. We will be back in 2 weeks with more of this show, but we got a lot of other cool stuff coming up. This tomorrow night is the Mercy of Time, our current Wildcard Wednesday game. Wildcard Wednesdays are like an opportunity for players on our channel to run shorter runs of games. Our cast member for Veil Breakers and formerly of Pulp Diction, Victoria, is running Mercy of Time. I get to play in it. It's a lot of fun. It's a 5e game set in Greyhawk, the like default D&D setting from before when Forgotten Realms was. So that's fun. Check that out if you want. Tomorrow night, 8:30. This Sunday is the premiere of Academy H, which is it's the very beginning of our Masks game, where people play teen superheroes. It's like college aged, so not like teens. Not like this little shitbag
Not
who
like
knocked Wayne on his ass tonight.
Bitch.
But that's very exciting. I'm going to be running that game too. Julie is playing in that one. JD is playing in that one. Brendan from Missing Numbers is playing that one, and Jamie is a brand new player to our channel. They're also going to be playing in that. Sorry. So that's gonna be a great time. Check that out. Very excited about it. Yeah, join us on Sunday. And then our rotation continues. So keep an eye out for what we're doing. If you want to know what we got in the works, what kind of cool stuff's going on, you can follow us on Twitter, or you can join our Discord community, which is a very nice community. It's growing every day. Everybody there is super chill and super kind. We did a movie night last night, which was a lot of fun, and we do more of those things. So if that sounds at all up your alley, feel free to hop into that Discord and hang out with us. We would love to have you. We are going to disappear for a couple seconds, and then we are going to raid somebody on here on twitch.tv who is also streaming some great tabletop content. We'll see who it is. But thank you so much for joining us. We are going to call it a night here at Live from the Apocalypse. Say good night, everybody.
Good night,
Night,
everybody.
Night,
everybody.
everybody.
Night,
Thank
everybody.
you.
Thank you.
Love you.
We love you. Have a good one.
Love you.
Bye.
Good night.